Floyd and he was me, he would never have to fight again because that exhibition shit, as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it,
right?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Jusdu. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdu, man. Much love and respect.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Thursday morning, man? We back to build on this boxing. Y'all gotta pardon me, man. I was supposed to do this last night, but we pushed it to this morning. And you know, it's always a good day when we can cook and build on this boxing in the morning, man. Hope everybody feeling all good, man. Hope y'all in the mood to talk some boxing with your boy. We gonna talk about it, man. Gotta talk about it, man. I've been disappointed with the way that the boxing world has seemingly changed on Boots Ennis, man. You know, and either they changed or this is just the haters getting a lot louder with their voices, man. Since his fight with, even before his fight with Stan Jonas, we started hearing people call Boots Ennis a duck, and he went from boogeyman to duck all without having to lose. He went from being the guy that nobody was calling to the guy that people seemingly have to put more respect on his name. Man, look, I get it, man. You know, got over 30 fights and got a bunch of big names on the resume and different things like that. But I always ask the question, you know, who is these big names that this guy is supposed to fight? Who are these guys that's out there that he's supposed to be fighting that he's not fighting? You get what I'm saying? I don't see the names. I don't really see the opportunities and the way people make it seem. And again, look, I get it. There has been, you know, certain opportunities in recent time, but it's obvious as to why he hasn't taken like a fight with a Teofimo Lopez. Like, again, if your whole spiel and you know, focus at 47 was deliver unifications and chase undisputed, why waste your time with Teofimo Lopez that, you know, is a smaller guy, will be coming up? All they're gonna do is take credit from you. You know, although it'd be your most accomplished guy that you fought to date and all those different things, right? All that stuff is cool, but he ain't no crazy big ticket seller. I don't think you'll be making no life-changing money with him or nothing to that effect. I just think it'll be one of those like lose-lose situations, because if you beat him, you were supposed to beat him. You know, he's not on your level. He's a smaller guy anyway. If you lose to him or have a shaky performance or a bad performance, now you're getting trashed by the boxing media. You get what I'm saying? So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But we got to pump the brakes on this. You know, Boots don't want to fight. Boots don't want to smoke. Now, I think Boots is doing what's best for his career. And you can't, you know, I just can't expect boxing fans to understand that guys got to do what's best for them in their careers. Nothing more, nothing less, man. That's just the way boxing is. And that's the way it's going to always be. You know, contrary to popular belief, people seem to believe that, you know, fighters are just fighting for the fans and just to please the fans. That's nonsense. At the end of the day, you know, these guys are in it to make money, change, you know, their lives, change their family lives and different things like that. And sometimes those moves that they make align with what we want as boxing fans. And those are the fighters that we tend to appreciate the most. But in Boots, in his case, like, let's be real, man. Let's be genuine with the man. You already know when he was at 47, he was calling for all the smoke. You know, the two champions at the division, you know what I mean, Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, who ended up getting a fight on. It took a while for that to happen. So he never really had, I think, in my opinion, a legit opportunity at either one of the guys. You get what I'm saying? It just wasn't in the cards. And we all felt like, you know, Virgil Ortiz was his fight, you know, his big fight at 47. And that just never came to fruition simply because of Virgil Ortiz's health. Ran him out of the division, ran him up to 54, where he took a couple of tune-up fights that we're going to talk about too today, man. But his opportunities didn't come, and it wasn't to no fault of his own. You can kind of try to criticize his moves all you want, but at the end of the day, he's not on record for turning down none of these big guys, man. It's just a matter of timing and that situation making sense for you. And that's what boxing really should be about. It should be about making the best decisions for yourself. You know what I mean? And not thinking just of the fans. You know, like I said, the fans ain't going to be there when you're getting stitched up, after you get knocked out and concussed, or when your career is over, man. They're going to be on to the next thing smoking. So I think I would urge any fighter and every fighter to do absolutely the best they can for them in their careers. And, you know, of course, you don't want to forget about the fans, but you can't just, you know, center your career off of what a certain group of people on the internet think. And I commend Boots for sticking to his guns, even though they was calling him a duck for not moving up, fighting Virgil Ortiz. He stayed and fought Stan Jonas. You know what I'm saying? I commend Boots for saying, you know what, I think this is the last fight. I can't get these unifications right now. I don't want to sit around and wait. I'm going to just move up. Doc said I'm underperforming anyway because I'm killing myself at this weight class. So I'm going to go on up. And you know what? While I'm at it, I'm going to make sure I'm acclimating the right way. And I'm going to get to that smoke. And that's all I'm asking people to do, man. Just give Boots an opportunity to get this smoke. You know what I'm saying? Allow him to get his, let him stick his toe in the division. You get what I'm saying? You know, 154 is kind of stacked, for lack of a better term. It's a lot of talent there, a lot of good matchups, but at least allow that man to dip his toe in the water before we start labeling them ducks and stuff and saying he don't want to fight. Because I don't think that's realistic. I don't think you move to 154 if you don't want to fight. That's not the division that you move to if you don't want smoke. So just think about it. When people say that, it bothers me some, because just think about what you're saying. 54 is more stacked than 47. Everybody pretty much damn near unanimously, for the most part, had Boots winning out 47 if given the opportunity to chase the rest of the belts. They felt like he would have been able to do it. So think about something. If it's about not wanting smoke, 54 is not the division where you could campaign in if you don't want smoke. And if you really wasn't about that and you was about taking the easier fights, what it appeared to be on paper, then you'd have stayed put at 47 and stuck it out. So you get me? You know, these decisions, I think, are tough to make sometimes when you sit down and trying to figure it all out. Because it's like no matter which way you go, which door you open and walk through, it's going to be some type of criticism that you're going to face. So that's why I said the moral of the story, do what's best for you and your career, man, not more, not less. You get what I'm saying? And you won't have no regrets when it's all said and done. But, man, hit that like button, man. Smash the like button. Sub to the channel. Make sure y'all notifications on. And more importantly, do not forget, support the build. Super chat, cash app. Let's keep building, man. Ray Patterson, what it do, my homie? The Butcher, what's good with it? Say, Boost, don't want to smoke. I don't think it's that. Shout out to the homie Al Booger for being a member for 22 months, man. My dog said morning breakfast, man. You know, come in with y'all plates, man. I'm a Philly nut.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to my homie Al Booger. Much love, bro. Shout out to all the channel members, man. I appreciate y'all. Samuel, what it do, homie? Howard, what's good, homie? Old Money, Swag, Lawson, and Delorme. You get me? Frederick Lawson and Thomas Delorme, man. We ain't trying to hear that. You hear me? Old Money, Favorite G's, what it do? Appreciate you, bro. Wait till, yeah, me too. We gonna cook on it. Underperforming. C Wood, my dog. Business from another planet. What's good with it? Division. You get me? You get me, bro. Behind the Hands TV, my brother. What's good? Keith fought 4 times in 8 years after the fight with Danny. Thurman's not qualified to say that. You ain't trying to come for him. But look, we love Thurman. We respect him. But we going this build right here, we gotta put respect on Boots' name. Y'all bugging out. Somebody gonna have to prove to me that he easy. Somebody gonna have to prove to me that Boots easy working. You just gonna get in there and do what you want. You just gonna get in there and take him out. You just gonna get in there and knock him out. You show me. This is literally and one mixtape Boots, bro. You get what I'm saying? Freakish athleticism, bro. One of the few fighters that really, when he get in that ring, he having fun in there. It's crazy how much fun he having in there. It shouldn't even be legal. Bro be in there doing and one mixtape moves with boxing gloves on. Miss me with that, he ducking, he don't want smoke, he's scared of this one, he's scared of that one. He ain't scared of none of these dudes, man. Damon, what it do, homie? How you feeling? You know it. At 4 o'clock is the main time, but the early builds be coming on anywhere from like 10, 10:30-ish, 11-ish sometimes, you know, and we just cook. I mean, his whole career, that's the thing, his whole career. You know what I mean? His whole career. Omar, what it do, homie? Listen to the Boots interview. He said that, and Berger gonna sell out anywhere to fight his building. They're gonna get that bag. That's a fact. So we're gonna talk about it. So look, man, miss me with all the he ain't. And that's the thing, bro. The Butcher. Which division you think got more names? 47 and 54. Because 54 is where he at. You get me? So you're right. He do need to get some of those 50-50-ish type matchups, some of those name fighters. He do. But I think that's what he's in an effort to prove. We're just rushing to judgment and ready to label this man a duck. We can't do that. That's weird. You can't. He's not going to be able to exist at 54 without fighting these guys. He understands that. You get me? It's just a matter of when he's getting in the ring with these guys. There ain't no real ifs, man. He's getting in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him turning down no smoke, man, but just get a man a chance to get his feet in the division before we label him some type of duck and say he's scary. He don't want to smoke. He's been calling for smoke since 47, his whole career, you know, for the last couple years of his career at 47. He was calling for all the names, Thurman name included. And Thurman knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? Thurman knew. You know what I'm saying? Boots versus Virgil on the turkey card gonna make Boots. I'm telling you, you're gonna get that bread, man. Boots definitely have to work. Yeah, you get me? Him and Bachram, LaMarcus, what's good, homie? How you feeling? It's all real smoke up there. That's why I say, man, we gotta think of this logically, man. We ain't here to push no narratives and trash fighters. Boots Ennis is not in a division where you can exist, especially amongst the top where he's gonna be at. If you don't want to smoke, y'all, let's be realistic. Ain't no run-of-the-mill fighters getting in there beating Boots up. You get me? We know this. No middle-of-the-pack guys is beating Boots up. These ex and faded former champions, I don't see beating Boots up. Only guys that's going to give them work is the ones that we want to see him in there, but at least allow the man the opportunity to work towards them fights, man. I get it. Y'all like, well, you know, Virgil Ortiz team or Robert Garcia and Pete, they said he wanted tune-ups and, blah, blah, blah. But we all know if they wanted to fight Virgil right now, and they couldn't because he's recovering from a hand surgery. And you think right after the hand surgery, they trying to throw him in there with Boots. You get out of here. You're not fooling me with that. Virgil, his next fight probably be a get-back fight, a shake-back fight because he coming back off an injury. I doubt if it be one of the top guys. And then again, they could prove me wrong, maybe, but we going to see. But I ain't buying none of this Boots a duck. I ain't going for none of this duck talk. Like we got to stop at what point do you stop calling fighters ducks? Like this shit is like the most, oh man, it's like unappealing. It's just a stupid boxing conversation, bro. We forget that these guys have options, and sometimes, a lot of times when they don't make the choice that we feel like they should make, we get the labeling the guys saying what they don't want. Nah, I think Boots showed me something. He wanted to be at his best, and I think him entering the division, if he gonna get some welcome to the division fights to acclimate, man, I'm not tripping over it, bro. I get it. One or two fights ain't the end of the world. He's still young. He's still gonna want to smoke. It's all about being comfortable and approaching this situation the right way. And I said this before. You've seen other guys take tune-up fights before fighting the top tier talent. You've seen this before. When you're doing it the right way, that's what you do. You get what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying there ain't been cases where guys move right up and get right in there with one of the top guys. Yeah, that happens. But what I am saying, if that is not what his approach is, then why are we tripping? Let this man get his feet in the water and let's see what it's all about. He's not going to be able to campaign at 54 and not fight these guys. I don't think they won't want to fight Virgil Ortiz. Why wouldn't they? You really think Jaron Ennis, the guy that be in there doing and one mixtape moves, y'all think he's scared of people? Y'all think he's scared of guy that legit, when you're watching and one mixtape Boots, he having fun in there. You know it. So you telling me that's the guy that's scared to go for it? I think not, man. Like, yeah, we got to stop. That's why I say the only people that keep pushing these narratives are scary individuals themselves, man. These dudes are not as scared to fight each other. This is what they do. This is what they signed up for. It's just a matter of how you go about that business. And this is his career on the line. This is 30 plus fights in, 30 plus wins in. I'm not about to, y'all not tricking me out of my spot. If I want to make sure I'm crossing T's and dotting I's on my way to 54, that's what I'm going to do it. Virgil, don't worry, man. Your time coming. Them Virgil Ortiz fans, don't worry. His time is coming. And the rest of them dudes at 54 too. That's what I believe. Ain't no way you getting in there and just having your way with Boots. You got to show me that. And if you can do it, then you was a bad dude. He's a bad dude. But just get a man some time, bro. Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck. If it wasn't for Virgil's health situation, then he would have fought him down there. Come on, what happened? Y'all, how quickly people forget when they was the ones talking about 48 months. Now that they acclimated to the division, he's supposed to jump right up and fight you as if that's what you would have did. You didn't jump right to 54 and go right after the top guys. You got a couple fights in first. That's what I'm saying. I don't care what the reasoning is for it. You've done it. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it was for them to make sure everything was on the up and up. You got 2 fights to prove it, and you got 2 gimmies, man. Get out of here with that. Now all of a sudden, Boots got to jump right up and fight you, knowing that you can't fight him right now because your hand is injured. Come on, man. And they're not trying to throw you right in there with him off an injury. I don't think so. I don't see it. So let's pump the brakes on the duck talk with Boots. Put some respect on this dude's name. It's the same one sat here and beat the Tszyu out of fighter, or a undefeated world champion with a baby on the way, made him quit on the stool. Man, hell nah, man. Hell no. In here dribbling, doing crossovers. You know what I'm saying? If you could do and one mixtape moves with gloves on, that's boots. That's boots. He's and one mixtape of boxing. Like, that shit is crazy. Nah, man. I much respect to Boots, man. I refuse to label that man any type of duck. He been calling for that smoke. Now he can't get the fights on his terms. So he moving up on his terms. People could question it all they want. And he approaching 54 the right way, man. Be smart, Boots. Don't be tricked out of your position. Whatever he's doing, I'm supporting it, because I can pretty much bet you that he's gonna fight these guys when it's all said and done. Ain't no getting around it. How the hell he at 54 and you think he don't want to fight no Virgil? The Bach Rhymes, the Fonduras, you got Charles Conwells. Like, you got so many matchups up there. You think he don't want to fight none of these dudes? Get the hell out of here. And one mixtape Boots, man. He beating ass and taking names, bro. And belts while he at it. And I can't wait till he get his feet in the water, man, because he gonna prove a lot of y'all wrong. And they gonna be like, Judge, you was right, man. I don't move the goalposts either. When he start beating up one of these guys that y'all talking crazy about, I don't want to hear nothing. When he actually do, when they make that Virgil fight, that shit don't go how y'all think it's gonna go, I don't want to hear nothing. Put some respect on his name. Remember all that shit y'all was talking? He don't want to fight this one and that one. I'm about to pull up the Keith Thurman clip, man, where he was talking, man. Kyle Cooler, bless his family. How you feeling, bro? T Hill in the building. How you feeling? The mayor. AD Solo in the building. Alexander said, bro, I think Boots just had bad management. I think that's fair to a degree. I think he got stuck in a very weird situation. A lot of people thought he was with the PBC. He wasn't. He was with Cameron Duncan. Then he passed away, and it was a strange situation to be in. Shout out to Shawn. That's why I've been screaming that Thurman fight makes sense. I'm telling you, he the one talking too, Shawn. That we gonna get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Omar and one mixtape Boots. You hear me? Cornelius, my dog, was good with it. Karen was a nobody. Take Boots a hard fight. Now he's back to being a nobody. I mean, look, realistically, this is the thing. Karen was just an unknown, right? He was just an unknown. He had a style that gave Boots some trouble, right? Some issues, but he won both fights convincingly, for sure. He made Karen feel his power, dropped Karen in one of the fights, for sure. Every now and then you're going to run into somebody that you're just not going to look good against. And I think Boots ran into his Karen, right? Karen was his guy that he ain't look particularly good against, but got in there with Stan Jonas, and it was regular scheduled programming. If you look at Karen's resume, when he lost to Boots, he went on a win streak and didn't lose again till he came back to the Boots rematch. So Karen was an unknown. I'm not going to say he's no world beater and none of that, but those are the guys that will slip in there and give you a tricky fight. And that's not no excuse or nothing. It's just, the fight was what it was. Boots won him. He got through him. Sometimes you're not going to look your best, but when you're able to pull out a convincing win when you don't look your best, I think it speaks volumes about you, right? People are stuck on names. You get what I'm saying? The name, say, oh, it was Karen Chukadazi. Well, who's that? We don't know him. I get it. Unknown to the masses, but those are the guys that are slipping the back door if you're not prepared. And credit to Boots for going out there and getting the job done. You know what I mean? He showed you've seen him visibly frustrated, seen it on his face, and he found a way to get through it. And think about it. He had to double back and defend his belt against somebody that he beat. You get what I'm saying? Like, he even spoke about it. He just couldn't really get up for that fight. There's no excuse, but he like, bro, I did this shit all right. I got to fight this dude again. He's just keeping it real, but he went out there. He got his job done. Now, look, it's a discrepancy with the Norman situation, but I think some of that was just intent on his promoter's behalf, which is Eddie Hearn. I just don't think he was fully vested in that fight the way he was other fights. That's just me, my personal thoughts on that. But it's no harm, no fouls, water under the bridge. They negotiated. It wasn't able to happen. A lot of fights get negotiated and they fall apart. It's no different with, Boots and Norman. And then think about it. People was labeling both fighters ducks. You got Brian Norman actively traveling as a champion in people's backyards and sparking them out. You got Brian Norman traveling in people's backyards and knocking them out when people betting against them with the title on the line. Like, you got Brian Norman that's traveling to Philly multiple times over to spar Boots, even after, the first sparring session was tough. You got Brian Norman going to actively get smoked with Tank Davis in sparring. You got Brian Norman actively getting smoked with Terrence Crawford in sparring, and all in short proximity. So that's not a guy that's scared to put his talents on you know, put his talent on display and put his you know, put everything on the line. I just don't see him, you know, half-stepping and being scared to challenge himself as a fighter. And that's the same way I feel about Boots, man. It's just a matter of, you know, them making the decisions that they see best. And again, that's what Boots is doing right now. And it's crazy how the boxing world kind of, not even the whole boxing world, but so much of the boxing public kind of switched up on him, and they willing to trash this dude for nothing. And I'm not rocking with it. You gotta prove to me that Boots is a duck. You gotta prove to me that he's easy to beat and he's not one of them guys. I think that's one of the most talented fighters in boxing. And I feel like if given an opportunity, he's gonna keep proving it. It's not a lot, if any, that Boots can't do inside that ring. It's not a lot of places where he's uncomfortable in that ring. So again, man, I just think people gotta put a lot more respect on his name, man, because he's shit. He deserve it. You get me? He deserve it, man. When these dudes go out there and put on the way he, you giving him, man, trying to stay down, you know what I mean, and stay loyal to 47. And it's crazy that instead of people saying, I get it, you could question the timing all you want, the timing that he moved up, I get all of that, but it's crazy that people wasn't even able to look at that situation and say, hey, maybe he learned something from the Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford situation. You get what I'm saying? He look at them and he see that, you know, EJ probably clearly spent too much time at the weight class and it cost him. Even Terrence Crawford was talking about how hard it was to make the weight. So you get what I'm saying? He didn't want to be another example of a guy that stuck around for too long and then it backfired, because had he lost, man, well, ain't nobody gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say, oh man, he was weight drained. Nobody gonna say it. They're gonna say he shouldn't have took the fight or he should have moved up. That's what you get for being a weight bully. There's so much shit to consider and when you going and making these decisions as a boxer, because, you know, like I said, no matter which way you go, you're gonna have a shit ton of fans that's gonna come crazy and talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? I hope the fight reverses in Texas. Yeah, by December to February. I hope so, man. Japanese fighter was a crush can. Nah, he just was a, you know, I think when it comes to fighting, you know, the style of fighter that Brian Norman is, that's new to him. Jin Sasaki, he was a strong come forward fighter with a lot of knockouts, mostly knockouts in all his fights. You get what I'm saying? Damn near all knockouts, but you know, it's just skills pay the bills and his levels. He was a good competitor. He was a good challenger, right? Not a world beater or nothing like that, but a good competitor. Somebody that you could definitely give him a lot of respect for beating him, especially the way he beat him in his hometown, considering what's on the line with all his people watching. You get me? He went out there and smoked that guy. So, you know what I mean? Much respect to him, because everybody ain't going to be this crazy world beater. Everybody ain't going to have a really big name. You know, it's, you know, the challenge is coming. You know, anytime you travel to Japan, that's the first time you over there, you fighting in front of a different audience, different fan base, different demographic. They definitely not rooting for you. Get what I'm saying? You in hostile territory, but you come out on top the way Brian Norman did. You got to respect it, you know? And I think it's just valuable experience, that priceless experience that he could put in the bank and take it, you know, into the next fight with him. You know what I'm saying? Sunchild, what it do on. So like, we're going to get to this Keith Thurman joint, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the like button, support the build. We on early today. We're going to cook. We were supposed to do this yesterday, but we here today, y'all. And we're going to have some fun with it. Let's get up. Keith was talking slick, man. Keith getting loose with his tongue. You know Keith don't never bite his tongue, no.
Table, man, I'll fight anybody in the world, baby. You know, he's moving up. I mean, honestly, let's take a breather real quick. Don't ever worry about Keith Thurman fighting people when the money's right. I've never turned down money fights. Never, ever. I signed my fight against Errol Spence Jr. He walked away. He went the other direction.
Man, now he is telling the truth. But the only thing is, back when, you would have been giving him the opportunity. You didn't do it. And I think he was on record for saying that he wished he would have ended up fighting. I mean, he wished he would have just fought him back then. I think he did. He did eventually come out on record and say that. But see, you can't tell part of the story. I gotta level with you, Keith. You are telling the truth. And we know that to be true. Behind the Hands TV, seeing the contract himself. You know what I mean? With that you signed to fight Errol Spence. But that was initially after you avoided Errol Spence like the plague and didn't give him an opportunity to fight you. You see me? So he just gave you a bit of like, it was like, you know, your own medicine. He pulled the you on you. He pulled the Keith on Keith. If you being honest, that's really what he did. Oster 40, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Good to see my guy in the building. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Said, just do. I heard you duck Devin Haney yesterday. Did you? I did a little bit. I ducked him a little bit. Nah. Shout out.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Appreciate you, bro. Much love, man. He said I ducked Devin Haney. We want to talk a little Devin Haney today too, because we got to. It's only right. But yeah, man, Keith, that's all due respect to him. He had an opportunity initially. You know, well, once upon a time, he should have fought Errol Spence. He didn't fight him, and he had his reasons for it, and it's all good. But at the end of the day, you can't trash him for not fighting you when you didn't fight him. When a lot of people felt like you should, if we being honest. You know what I'm saying? You stupid. Al Booger, my dog Judah, said this guy's talking. Keith needs to go away. Nah, I like Keith though. Nah, Keith really could fight. Think about it. It's a one-loss fighter, y'all. He just having his opinion. And even though I'm on the other side of it, I respect where he's coming from, but we're going to get to it.
It was signed on my end. Promise you. PBC knows that. Anyways, Boots didn't want Timo. Boots doesn't want Ortiz. Hey, Boots, what do you want? Yo, hold up. Champion. Hey, champ. Champ. Who do you want? You want champs or you want chumps? But someone told me the other day that he was saying he wants to move up and get 2 tune-ups? Undefeated champion getting tune-ups? Did you pop your bicep tendon? Did you twist your ankle, bro? What happened? Oh man, look, you beat Stanley Onis. You don't feel comfortable at 147? Hold it down. You was holding it down, pimp. Hold it down. But you want to come up, and then you don't want champs? You want chumps? You want tune-ups? I'm confused, man. They say most people don't know shit about boxing, and all of a sudden, I don't know nothing, bro. I don't know why this boy be acting like that. How you turn down fights, bro?
See, that's the thing, man. You can't do that when you're a guy that didn't fight Errol, bro. You know you were supposed to get that man this shot. And look, let's keep it a beam, man. They wouldn't have respected him for fighting Tszyu. Some people would have, but they would have used that as they would have weaponized him staying at 47 and fighting Teofimo, who wouldn't have been a champion. They would have really been calling him a duck. Oh, you could fight Tszyu, but not Brian Norman. Oh, you could fight Tszyu, but you wouldn't move up and fight Virgil. You get me? So he wasn't supposed to fight him. He really wasn't. Yeah, the Brian Norman situation is unfortunate. But you miss me with all of that, man. Won't you fight him? You get me? Yeah, that's saying he turning down this and turning down that. That's not true, man. Yeah, he ain't take the opportunity. Yeah, the Devin Haney thing. If you already moving up, why are you fighting anybody at 47? So he was consistent. Get what I'm saying? Imagine him saying, yeah, the Devin Haney, but not figuring it out with Brian Norman or fighting a Tszyu, right? It would have been more criticism. I thought you couldn't make 47 no more. Like, come on, man. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's how boxing go nowadays. Shout out to Oster 40, my dog. He said, yeah, keep my guy with Keith. He did the same he did the same shit with
and we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
The Shark was good, homie. How you feeling? And yeah, he said Mr. 2 tune-ups. And yeah, he fought Brock Jarvis in his last fight. That's a tune-up. That's considered a tune-up. You get what I'm saying? That's what he fought, Brock Jarvis. Shout out to Let's Talk Fashion, my dog. Remo was good with it. Let me be the biggest name. Yeah. Dedicated. Yeah. Listen, I like to fight for him, but I do Keith like to fight, you know?
Good fights. Money on the table. I feed my family, bro. I was the one who said it. I was the OG. I got an O. I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. One time's been beaten. One time took 1 L. 1 L. And if you know me well, then you know I called a BL. That's called barely lost, okay? Keep one-time Thurman barely lost, okay? So if you ask me, I got 31 wins, 23 knockouts, 1 loss, and still undefeated. Ain't nobody defeat this man. Ain't nobody take the fire away from me. I've never been scared of you.
Took over Australia. Remember?
Man, look, I love the energy, love it, Keith, but man, listen, you up there at 54 too, man. I don't know. I think you and Boots would be a great fight. Didn't happen at 47 for whatever reason, right? You said that money, right? I want to see this is a fight that could happen too. I love to see Keith Thurman and Boots Ennis right now, right now in today's time. I would love to see this fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I like Keith got Keith got that mouthpiece. And everybody got an opinion on Boots, but they've been trashing him for simply trying to make, I think, the best decision for himself. When they didn't know what his next fight was going to be, they criticized him for not moving up and fighting Virgil Ortiz. Then he ended up fighting Stan Jonas, right? Now he moved up to 54. Now they saying he avoided Brian Norman. He should have stayed put for Brian Norman. Why didn't he fight T.O.? It's like it's too many silly questions, man. The man is moving up. I think people just need to accept it. And if you can beat him, beat him. Shit, he ain't saying that I'm saying it. And y'all gonna have to show me that Boots is some type of fool, because telling you that shit ain't gonna be. It's gonna be a rough ride for dudes, man. I think he about to get up and stick his foot all in 54, and he gonna be one of the top guys there. I believe that. Just give it some time. Let's see who he gonna fight first. Let's see what his entry into 154 look like before you start writing them off, man. Because like I said, you're gonna have to show me you're just gonna get in there and handle Boots. That's gonna be a handful for anybody. Snoopy was good with it. Yeah, I mean, he ain't really won it. You know what I mean? You got to slide it on front door for it to make sense. Too late. What's good with it? How you feeling, bro?
What was there? And shut that shit down in Sydney.
Bro, I went to Sydney and I went to the restaurant and I ate a kangaroo and then I grilled them up too, man. I'm telling you, man.
What about you against the winner of Canelo Crawford?
Canelo Crawford?
Winner.
Winner?
Yeah.
See, if Turk Al-Sheikh, if they want to make some great fights, you ain't never seen Keith Thurman.
No Tom and Jerry.
You ain't never seen, hey, no Tom and Jerry. You already know, huh? No Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, but you seen Keith use his legs and his feet and get on his bike in a number of different fights. You seen him hurt to the body and get on a good foot. You get what I'm saying? So, now he ain't no Tom and Jerry guy, but he's a guy that boxed and moved well. You know what I'm saying? In his day, in his absolute prime, Keith was smooth in there. He can move really well. So, he was a guy that know how to use your legs when you need to. So, you don't just stand there and slug it out all the time either. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not realistic. Talked to this man 6 months straight. There ain't no act. He said he told me the day he signed. Yeah, nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, Boots and Thurman is a big fight. I'm with you. I think I would love to see it. I don't think Boots is overrated. I just think you gotta be very specific when you rate him at all, right? If you just look at it, he got all the talent in the world. He passed all the, you know what I mean, the eye test, right? It's just a matter of him getting the opportunities and proving himself against the other world-class fighters in boxing, and I think that time is coming. I think 54 is where he'll really, really start to make a name for himself, because I think you got the right matchups up there. So just give it time, man. Boxing fans be in a rush to see everything, and we write these guys off, and we should just give them an opportunity to be, you know what I mean, to get on top of shit. So I'm waiting to see what Boots do next. I'm not writing this dude off. He's a real fighter. This guy ain't in this shit not to be great, man. He stuck around as long as he could at 47. He made a decision. Some people don't respect it. Others do. I'm on that side. I respect it. I just want to see what's next for him at 54. It's not safe up there. 54 is deeper than 47. It's more dangerous fights to make up there. And we all know most people in the boxing world had him winning out 147 if he had the opportunity, like I said earlier. So missed me with this whole notion that he don't want to fight people and he trying to duck smoke. He's in a division now. Virgil, the Virgil fans, the fans of anybody that's at 54, he here now. Just let him get his feet in the door. And I want to see what all these fights look like. I want to see who's going to be knocking at his door trying to fight. Because watch, all it's going to take, he's going to get in there, put hands on somebody at 54, and they're going to have to shut all that shit up. I'm telling you, he ain't just about to go up a couple pounds and start looking bad. Nah, yeah, the fights could get more competitive, but that's what we want to see. We want to see Boots in there, and the closest to 50-50 matchups as he can get. We feel like Virgil is one of those fights. Like I say, you got Backrams, Fondoras out there, the Conwells of the world, Jesus Ramos. You got a lot of talent at 54. There's no way that you're going to be there and be safe there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to fight. And I think that's what Boots is going there for. You don't go to a division that's only kind of top heavy and not even fully, you know what I mean? A couple names in it to one where, you know, if enough of those guys mix it up, them titles could change hands just like that. I mean, Locked and Loaded was good with it. Too many fights not to go for the top fighters. Nah, but I just think we looking at it wrong. I just think you gotta be smart about it. And if acclimating is something that he want to do, I can't knock him for it because it's just a matter of time. What's the difference? He get a fighter and then go right after him. What does it really change? It don't mean he don't want to smoke. It mean he gonna be smart about the way he going to get it. And that's what people can't understand. They're like, nah, just go right up there and fight the guy. And I get it. But if that's not what he's doing, I'm still not going to label him something that I don't think he is. You know what I'm saying? Like a lottery draft pick, show flash, but we waiting to see if he really all-star caliber. Yeah. So it's just a matter of time, man. So you gotta allow this shit to happen.
All dog, all lion, all bite.
The fights are at 47 though, not 54.
I eat them raw.
Look, listen. Andre Ward was a career 168 pounder. A career 168 pounder, y'all. What did he do when he went to 75? How many fights did he take before he fought Kovalev? Do anybody remember? Anybody remember? Because I believe, if memory serves me right, what was it, 2 to 3? What was it, Sullivan Barrera, Alexander Brand, was it? I'm trying to think. Was it those the guys? You know what I'm saying? Think it was, bro. Think he fought. No, and who was it? Paul Smith, Sullivan Barrera, and Alexander Brand. That's 3. SOG was a career super middleweight, ran through the Super 6. You know it. He did it, right? Ran through it. When he moved up to 175, he took multiple fights before he fought Kovalev. Why are we looking at Boots any different? It's no real difference to me. At the end of the day, as long as your focus is to fight these guys, I can't tell you when to do it. I'm just going to be sitting back, waiting for the opportunity, waiting for these fights to present themselves. We don't even know if the dude truly going to take 2 tune-ups. We just treating it like, yeah, man, he don't want to fight nobody. We don't know that. You get what I'm saying? That's why I like to hear from Boots. I just wish he had talk more. You get what I'm saying? It's all about being smart. Andre Ward, Alexander Brand, Paul Smith, Sullivan Barrera, and Alexander Brand. Then he went and beat Kovalev twice after being a career super middleweight. Y'all telling me Andre Ward didn't want to smoke either? It's about being smart, bro. Telling you, it's about being smart. And that's what people not used to fighters doing. That's why a lot of these dudes be getting these fights and getting their asses beat because they be allowing the fans to dictate movements when they should be smart. You got a team for a reason. So I said this before. A lot of times when these fighters get asked questions, they speak as individuals, as fighters, as athletes. But when you sit down, when you go back, sit with your team, man, and you make that decision collectively, you probably come up with something different than what the fighter is going to do. And again, that's why you have your team. You know what I'm saying? Do I think Boots could go right to the deep end, the 54, and be fine? Yeah, but what I'm saying is, why are we trashing him if that's not the way he approaching it? What if he do want to make sure he good and he want to see how he look and feel? What if that's what's wrong with that? Get what I'm saying? We be talking too crazy, like, nah, man, that shit don't change the fact that he's at 54 where the Sharks are at. And for him to be where he wants to be, he got to go through those guys. He can't campaign there. Like, I'm not tripping. I get it. He had a lot of fights at 47. You know what I mean? Over 30 in. Y'all feel like, yeah, he's just all champion. Just fight the... Nah, man. I'll take it from Andre Ward, man. If Ward can do it, being a career 68-pounder, then Boots Ennis could do it. That's me. I don't expect everybody to see it my way. I get it. Y'all like, man, he got 30+ fights. He should be fighting all champions. Cool. I get it. But again, man, it's all about being smart, bro. That's how he got to this point, being smart, not just trying to be brave. You know what I mean? That's the thing. No, Turkey not trying to pay for them fights. You get me? But where was this energy for Virgil? You get me? Virgil, where was his energy for Virgil? Why nobody mad at Virgil? Why nobody mad at Virgil? Virgil got up there. Let's pull Virgil up. Bro, these Delorme, you get what I'm saying? And Frederick Lawson, you get what I'm saying, bro? Like, hell nah, bro. We wasn't killing Virgil for that. We wasn't killing Virgil for that. Look at his fights. Frederick Lawson, Thomas Delorme, then he fought Suri Bolachuk and Israel Maldramal back-to-back. Much respect, but do you see what I'm saying? He acclimated. I don't care what reason you think they did it for, or was they just making sure he was good. Same shit with Boots. Is that he was a career 47-pounder, you know, that Rabdo, you know, chased him out the division, right? Made him move up. And then he got a couple of get-back fights. You know what I'm saying? Acclimation fights. However you want, but they're tune-ups. He knocked both of these guys out early as hell. Early. Both of them was first-round knockouts. Y'all, do y'all forget? Both of them first-round knockouts, bro. You get me? For the cookout every day. Shout out to my guy C, man, in the Cash App supporting the grind. Much love, bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
I'm not saying don't have your opinion. My homie C, appreciate you. I ain't saying don't have your opinion, but I am saying just pump the brakes on the duck tag. You know what I'm saying? Give that man a chance to continue to be great, man. I don't think Boots is in this shit for anything less than to be great. This is one of the guys that I don't think has a problem fighting people. Lee was good with a homie. So I just don't see where we jumped off the you know, the train that fast like that. But I don't even have to take a loss.
Go ahead, Steve. You know, you mentioned Earl Spence. You know, obviously he seems to be in shape. He did lose that push-up contest, but you know, he seems to be in shape. If he were to want to come back 54, it seems like it would be his weight. Would you welcome that? Would you sign the contract again?
Of course, man. See, this is the thing about Keith Thurman. Look at the resume. You think that I wanted to fight that Bondi Beach boy? You think I picked that fight? They gave me the fight. Let me ask the world, right here, right now. Who wants to fight Keith Thurman? Don't be scared. Say it loud and say it proud. Send me the contract. Send me the check. Let me feed my children. I'll be there. I'll be there.
Okay.
Never scared. I'll be there. Y'all don't understand the burning desire. Y'all don't understand what it means to love boxing. You think you love boxing. What did I tell y'all years back? Ellie, do you know? What did Keith Thurman say?
One time.
You watch this. I live this. You watch this. I live this. Believe
He
that.
fired up, ain't he, y'all? He going off.
What's next?
His ass
You
going
better not
off.
duck me, son. And that's still applicable.
They look, they been ducking. This boxing or this elementary school, I've been seeing duck, goose out here, baby. Duck, goose. Huh?
Name
I'm
them out.
saying.
Duck, goose. Who's the duck, and who's the goose?
Man, the biggest duck is the Boots. The Boots is the biggest duck. How you get fights that put on the, like, they're just fights, baby. What did man, y'all making me throwing back all the quotes. It's nothing but another black eye. What? It's nothing but another black eye.
He just entertaining.
I'm so scared he gonna beat me and make me cry because he done hit me in my face and gave me another black eye. Come on, man. This is what we do. This is what fighters do. This is a sport. This is entertainment. This is man to man, mano y mano, man to man, you know? Man down, money bag, you know? But you gotta really want this, man. Life is too short. Life is too short. Everyone at the top, we live in a dream. We live in a dream. Barrios has proven it. You beat by great, but you can still be great. Congratulations, champ. Congratulations. Stop being, Mayweather ain't here. Where's May? I don't see no Mayweather. Mayweather's not here. Stop protecting yourself. Stop being scared of that. Oh, let it go. Just be the greatest that you can be. Fight greats. We, the fighters, you, the people, let's make boxing great again. Amen.
That's what I got on my shirt. Let's make boxing great again. Look, I appreciate the act. That shit is cool, Keith. It's cool. I rock with you. But we got to understand again, man, that these fighters have options. And sometimes they, you know, what they discuss publicly is not what happened in reality. I don't think no differently about Boots. You know what I mean? Because he may or may not be choosing to take a tune-up or two. We don't even know how valid that is because Boots ain't came out and said nothing. And one thing that he did say recently, if you ain't hear from him, don't run with it. And since he said that, he's been pretty consistent with what he's put out. You get me? So I don't know if you can say that he ain't being, you know, solid with us. You know what I mean? Right? It'll be a good one. So I respect it, man. It didn't come from Boots. So yeah, we are hearing what they're saying about tune-ups. You heard Robert Garcia mention it. You heard his brother mention it. Shout out to Najee from Cigar Talk. He mentioned it there, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to play that little clip too. But again, Virgil was injured, and you also heard on the other end that they wanted that fight immediately, and they say he wouldn't be ready for, I think they said August or whatever the case. And then they claimed that they would have been ready in November, and Boots saying he wanted tune-ups. But you didn't hear this from Boots. You heard it from Turkey, though, so it's out there. You know what I'm saying? So, again, situations like this, it's very important for the fighter to speak. You know what I mean? Just shout out to Big Dog Will. He said Thurman hairline is struggling. Tough for real. I'm telling you, out there, he up there looking like Tweety Bird.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Stuttering last interview when certain names got brought up. You know how it be. Shout out to one time for trying to talk up a fight again. You see him, Cal. You see him. Big Dog Willie, appreciate you, bro.
Let's talk. I'm here. Where they at? Where they at?
So no tune-up needed for you and Jamel to get back in the ring.
I did my tune-up. Y'all needed to see me dance. I did a little pretty dance in Australia for you. Boom, uppercut. It was the first real combo I threw. I told him, I said, Brocky, when I hit your chin, don't go down, Brocky. Brocky, don't do it, you know? And it is, man. It just is what it is. There's no such thing as a bad Keith Thurman fight. You did not care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's the thing. You know, Turkey might not want to pay for tune-ups, but tune-ups are a part of boxing. And like I said, Turkey, we get it. Y'all respect anybody that's trying to put on meaningful fights, big fights, action-packed fights, great cards. All that stuff is cool. But the longevity of the sport is what I question. Like, how realistic is that? Every fight can't be a big fight. Every fight ain't going to be a brawl or drag them out type of, you get what I'm saying? So Turkey, this is maybe one of the reasons why he ain't got a bunch of fighters just chomping at the bit are willing to sign over. Not saying he don't got none, because from what I understand, he has some. But you get what I'm saying? That's not realistic or sustainable. Every time you fight, it can't be a big ass fight. You're not even being realistic. You get what I'm saying? Well, he's not in that regard. So tune-ups have always been a part of boxing. I think it's gonna always be that way. And now we almost conditioned to think that every fight has to be a big fight or every guy got to be fighting a killer. And I just don't think it's sustainable for the long haul, right? Down the stretch. I just don't think that you can continue to fight all big fights only. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe if Boots is taking a welcome to the division type of fight, and it's something Turkey don't want to get behind and pay because you're like, I only won big fights. He talked to me when he ready. Man, bro, you on bullshit. Eddie Hearn just need to do his job now, because at the end of the day, Boots ain't signed to Turkey. So it's not up for Turkey to get Boots fights. It's up for Eddie Hearn. So if the opportunity ain't coming through Turkey, should be all good. The last opportunity didn't come through Turkey, right? You get me? So Boots should be just fine. You know what I mean? Because he ain't like he signed to, like I said, Turkey out of the sheet, no way. So if he's not the guy putting on Boots' next fight, so be it. You know what I mean? I don't think he's putting on Boots ain't fought on a Riyadh season card. So, well, I don't think it'll be a big deal at all. I just don't think it'll be one. I mean, shout out to Art, man. What's good? What he says? Still in that Haney Norman. It's going to be a great All-American showdown. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. But yeah, man, I think Boots going to make a lot of, shout out to Art, man. I think Boots going to make a lot of people eat their words when it's all said and done. Let me play this from Cigar Talk, my guy, man, when he interviewed Pita.
How far do you feel like we're away from seeing that fight, Virgil versus Boots?
Shit, we could have seen it in November. We could have seen it already in the November on that card, and that was brought up to Virgil.
Peter, talk, Peter.
It could have been on that one. But they did tell my dad that they wanted a couple fights first. They didn't want to go straight into Virgil for the first fight at 154. So that's what they decided. That's what they're doing, because Eddie did an interview during fight week where he said, well, they told us Virgil wasn't ready for September, so we moved on. But the offer was for them to fight in November. Like, Virgil would have been good for November. And they just, I mean, they got their own plans and stuff. We can't force them to take fights right now. I believe if, obviously it didn't happen, it's not going to happen this year, early next year, that could be something that they could potentially do. But that's a great fight, man. That's both guys right now in their prime at the age they're at right now. Like I was talking about Bam and Nakatani, Bam and Inoue being such a good stylistic matchup. I think Virgil and Boots is the same thing.
Shout out to him. Mike, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Dante's Boxing Talk, my dog. What's good, Brody? How you feeling? Yeah, look, he said they could have seen it in November, but they said they wanted a couple of fights first and they didn't want to go straight into it. Man, that doesn't mean you scared or you ducking anything, man. You get me? I could see it when Virgil, like I said, went straight. And I get it. He was off for a long time. It wouldn't have made sense. But again, some of that was him being welcome to the division as well. When they felt like he was ready and he acclimated with a couple of fights, it was all systems go. Andre Ward, career 68-pounder. He moved up. He had 3 fights before fighting Kovalev. You get what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trash him because you know better. So all I'm saying is I know he don't have a resume that Andre Ward has, but this has always been a guy that's been with trying to prove it. It's just a matter of the opportunities presenting themselves. And it's at a strange time where some of the opportunities being offered to him are ones that probably not in his best interest to take, right? A Tszyu coming up from 140 to 47. Why should I fight him? Devin Haney said they wanted to catch weight at 52. You can understand he was done at 47. So he low-key did Devin a favor by not taking that fight at 47. And me, I think he would have cooked him. I ain't gonna lie. But at the end of the day, he's here now. He looking beefed up a little bit, man. Boots looking solid, bro. He look like he ready to make his debut at 54 any minute now, and I can't wait to see it. He ain't bad, Boots. So why should these fans take that pick? That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. Remember, I'm telling you, it is. It's different, man. They Motown, what it do, man? They be trashing my guy Boots, and I'm like, man, we got to pump the brakes on some of this stuff, man. Shout out to Pita. They only could speak on what they was told, but we know in boxing a lot of times things get lost in the sauce, or communication don't be clear on all sides, and sometimes you get a bit of BS information, but. It is what it is. Like you've heard Turkey speak on it. You heard Robert. You heard Pita speak on it. So they all saying they hearing he won tune-ups. The only one we ain't heard that from is Boots. So I will still reserve some judgment for when he do actually speak on his own situation. I haven't heard much from him. And that's just how he roll. He don't speak too much. But when he do, it's usually meaningful, right? Or it's usually something that we can take to the bank. So situations like this, I just wish Boots to speak a little more, not just for me, but just because people playing with his name. And he probably don't care because he know at the end of the day, he the fighter, he's just going to get in there and prove it. People going to talk regardless. But hell nah, man. you know what I mean? Sometimes the reason why they're able to play with your name the way they're able to do is because he's a more quiet, reserved guy, a more under the radar. You get what I'm saying? Laid back individual, and people in boxing don't respect that because everybody, you know what I'm saying? They don't respect chill. Sometimes you got to turn up, put people in their place, check them when they putting out misinformation. Ain't nothing wrong with getting on top of it and checking people for that. You get me? So because it's your name, it's your career. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? People just wouldn't be able to play with his name as much if he was speaking more to the people. It makes no sense because all Eddie new sign has only been 3-5 dish, Korea, Africa, Jalil as well. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You go into another division, and I don't know if he want 1 fight, 2 fights. They saying it, so I just gotta report what's out there. But for me, Eddie gonna have to do something. I mean, what was Karen twice? You get me? What was Karen twice? He did that shit, and he paid extra the second time around. You get me? So if you Eddie Hearn, and if that's what your fighter want to be comfortable, if that's the fact that he want the tune-ups, then you just gotta do your job. You get me? I think if it was anybody else, he would do the same thing for him, right? So you just gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta make your fighter comfortable, and if that's something you want, you just gotta do your job. Make sure you get him the fights. You know what I mean? Try to get him fights, but again, for me, man, you never know. Boots mess around and get 1 fight at the weight class and feel like, all right, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But I just think acclimating is important. You know what I mean? A lot of times, a lot of guys do it. Some guys don't. You know what I mean? To each his own, right? You know what I mean? It's like you see it all the time. Guys move up, man, and they'll fight a guy there, but they might not fight the most dangerous guy in the division right away. Like, for instance, even with Canelo, right? He moved up to 75. He had fought Kovalev, right? That wasn't the world beater up there. Then he came back and treated Dimitri Bivol like he was like a cherry pick, and it ended up going wrong for him. You get me? But even with him, all the experience, he didn't go there and just fight the most dangerous guy there, right? He was kind of, no, not kind of, but he was calculated about it, the risk that he was taking. And I think that's all that a tune-up says to me, man, is you just trying to, welcome yourself to the division. And I'm not tripping over that. It's a fight. I don't see him having to take 2 fights there. I mean, but at 1 fight, I wouldn't trip. 2, I think might be pushing, and I don't think he would even need to. But 1 good fight, I ain't tripping. Jay Graham, what it do, Jay? How you feeling? That's that Tweety Bird stuff, man. Now you out there looking like Tweety. I'm telling you, Kyle. Until that Ron Artest moment happened, I'm telling you, bro. He said no, not a good tune-up if they got knocked out in the first round. Oh, yeah. So you get me? Yeah, but he still got them little confidence builders, little shake back fights. And he got both of them out in the first round with Virgil Ortiz did. Frederick Lawson and Delorme. He polished both of those dudes off. You know what I'm saying? And Delorme came down from like 40. And Frederick Lawson was, I think, I don't know if he was always at 54. I'm not sure, but I know Delorme came down from 40. So those was just like, you know what I'm saying? Those were 2 like gimmies. They gave Keith a couple of, not Keith, they gave Virgil a couple of gimme fights, you know what I'm saying, to kind of shake back. So good in his first fight. Yeah, I'm telling you that Damon, he just trying to, I think if it's any truth to the tune-up, I think maybe 1 fight, one welcome to the division fight, and Boots would be ready to go. That's just my thoughts and opinion on it. I don't feel like he need 2 fights. You get me? I don't feel like he need to. But I don't see Duck. I don't see Duck when I see Boots. I don't see a guy that don't want to prove himself. I see a guy that's being calculated and being smart. He weighing his options. He said, I fought Stan Jonas. I was willing to stick around if my next fight was going to be a unification, another belt. He said both of the belts was occupied, Sensaki and Brian Norman. And then you had Barrios and Pacquiao that just fought this past weekend. So, Boots said, look, I done spoke to my doc. My doc said he think I'm underperforming because I'm cooked at this weight pretty much. So I'm going up. He seemed like he had some concern about underperforming and slipping up, maybe not looking his best because he's staying there too long. You got situations like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. You see how that got dragged out and how that all played out for Errol Spence, not in his favor. Obviously being, just extended itself far too long at the weight class. Boots wanted to avoid that. I don't see why people can't respect it. They're like, well, you did this. Bro, when a fighter says time, it's time. We say this all the time, bro. When it's time to move up, it's time to move up. But we'll try to come up with all of these reasons why he moved up. Other than the obvious is that he's been at 147 pounds his entire career. He's been sitting around sacrificing for these belts. I know y'all see it. I know y'all see it because even had he gotten the Brian Norman fight at the Stan Jonas, and that's 3 belts, who's to say and prove that, you know what I'm saying, he going to get Barrios in there that just had another draw, back-to-back draws now as a champion. Who you think, after him having back-to-back draws, you think the next fight for Mario Barrios is Jaron Ennis? So just think about it. Seriously, like, do y'all even think about, like, if they even, the limited discussions behind that fight with Barrios and Boots? Again, Boots is trying to get undisputed, not just 3 belts, boy, he's trying to get them all, right? Get what I'm saying? And when you really weigh your options, you have to be real with yourself and say, yo, it's a risk for me to stick around and try to wait and hope that, I get this guy in the ring and then get this guy too, back to back. In a perfect world, you want those fights back to back. And who's to say that you would have been able to do it that way because of politics and people having plans? Like, think about it. Barrios didn't try to unify with another champion and nothing like that. He went and fought a 46-year-old Pacquiao that he allowed to hang around far too much in the fight. You get what I'm saying? That's where his mind is at. 46-year-old, to me, I get it. I get the opportunity, the money, the notoriety, whatever that would have came with it, but you didn't even beat him. So you spent the whole fight not even fighting a champion. Now what Manny about to do? What is Manny going to do if he would have won that belt? Unify? Like, you get what I'm saying? It's just a lot of politics. It's a lot of shit that you got to consider that might not go your way, things that you have no control over. And I think that's what Boots considered. If you want to try to go to, he just moved the lead to avoid Brian Norman. If you want to go that route, by all means, have at it. But for me, I just think the man weighed his options. He's seen that those remaining belts is not something that he could fully guarantee that he's going to be able to get. Can't say they didn't negotiate with one of the parties involved, trying to get a fight. It didn't come to fruition. They went to Japan. You get what I'm saying? He said he ain't hating or waiting on nobody. So he figured, hey, man, look, it's time to go up. Time to go up. So, like I said, man, 54 is deeper, a much deeper division to me than 147. It's no guarantee that he'll become undisputed at 54 with all the talent that we got there. You get me? If you had to ask yourself, just like in your opinion, or if you had to take a guess, which division is more likely for him to become undisputed in with the talent that's there? Would it be 47 or 54? Get me? I think 54 is a deeper division, right? Outside of the champions at 47. And then you see Barrios being one of the champions, like not the strongest. You get what I'm saying? Not the deepest of divisions. So that's all Boots did. If you really looking at it the right way, I think you understand that the move he just made is a real move. Like, he's in a division where it should be more than enough smoke. He shouldn't have to rely on only fighting champions for it to be good fights. Because let's keep it a buck. Outside of the champions and seeing Boots, achieve his goal and become undisputed, what's the real fights that you needed to see him at 47? Because I don't think Conor Benn would have been an option. I don't think Eddie Hearn would have been trying to do that. So outside of Brian Norman and Barrios, those are the only fights people I think cared to see Boots in at 47. But when you move up to 54, you get what I'm saying? Now that number multiplies by a few. You get what I'm saying? That number multiplies. So I just think he made a real move, a good move, a smart move. But it's risk involved. You know what I'm saying? It's risk involved. It's not safe at 54. He's not going to just try to hide behind subpar opposition. Think about it. Him moving at 54 probably is better for boxing and his career as well, because moving up is a part of boxing. You heard Norman say he felt like that fight is still happening. They'd go up to 54 to fight him, right? but it's more action, it's more fights, it's more names. What was one of the problems that Boots was dealing with at 47, y'all? We said it, the lack of names, the quality names, right? You get what I'm saying? It's not a lack of that at 54 to me. It's at 47, yes, it is. Because outside of those 2 fights that he would have got, who else would you would have wanted to see him go right up, right? So all he did was cut that time in half a bit and say, you know what? I had the IBF. You get what I'm saying? The WBA and the ring mag. I came close, man. I did my thing. I won every fight here. You know, I went and seen my doctor. He said I'm underperforming. I'm less than what I should be. It's time to go up. And when I get up here, it's more dangerous fights up here. We just got to look at it realistically, right? Now, if he 3 fights in and ain't fighting nobody and ain't looking to fight nobody of substance, now we got a different conversation. You get what I'm saying? But I think it's just, you just got to allow people to, you know what I'm saying, make his moves. Let's at least see how it work out. Let's see what fight is first for him before we just like label this dude somebody that don't want to be great. Because I don't get that vibe when I see Boots fight. That's somebody that's trying to beat your ass. He trying to prove that he the better fighter. He every time out. So the stuff that he's saying, as he keep in mind, he want to make sure he giving fans the best performances possible. So you got to be able to respect that too, because he got the fans in mind. I ain't trying to slip up. Get what I'm saying? You know how this shit go. You slip up, they write you off, they trash you. He ain't trying to slip up. He trying to be on point. Smart young fighter, man. Now, I'm rooting for him. Like, I ain't trashing this man because he made a move that people can't understand. You get what I'm saying? Chicago U-turn was good with it. So he ducked all in, huh? Benzo was good with it. He said Boots not like that. Based on what, though? Based on what? Dank was good with it. Never mind. Like, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going, man. We're going to keep going. And not today. Not today. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel, support the build. We here early. We're going to cook. So like I said, bro, if Virgil Ortiz can get Thomas Delorme and Frederick Lawson, and ain't nobody say nothing, wasn't nobody crying about him not wanting no smoke, not going right after the top guys, kill that shit with Boots. You didn't have that energy with Virgil Ortiz when he first got to 54. I ain't trying to hear it with Boots. It's all about being consistent, keeping that same energy and being real. Get that weird shit out of here. You're not trying to tell me somebody that's really literally, he's doing N1 moves with gloves on, and you're telling me that's a guy that's scared to fight somebody. Get the hell out of here, man. I ain't trying. Yo, I'm telling you, and I don't usually like to do this. I cannot wait to Boots fight Virgil Ortiz. I swear to God, I cannot wait, y'all. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I think a lot of y'all gonna be sad in the face and y'all gonna move the goalpost somewhere. I'm telling you, watch. Well, he fought him after the hand injury. He didn't fight. Well, he didn't fight him right out the gate. If it why y'all gonna move that shit somewhere else. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. He not like that. He don't want to. Based on what fight should I watch to prove that he's not like that? He ain't lost. So let me guess, y'all gonna go to Karen, right? You're gonna say, yeah, Karen proved that even when he ain't at his absolute best or he ain't having his best performance, he still can win. That's all that shit proved. That's all it proved. That's all it proved. You get what I'm saying? Now it's experience under his belt. Yeah, 24 rounds with that dude. He can move forward, bro. That's it. There's no more of that. We can't stay stuck on 1 or 2 performances when he out here beating the absolute hell out of these dudes, man. Now he in the division where it's way more fights and y'all not even seeing it right. Y'all not even real boxing fans. Y'all too busy wanting to call this dude a duck and say who he don't want to fight instead of realizing that 54 is a lot deeper than 47. He walking into this shark infested waters. At the deep end is shark infested. How do you campaign at a weight class where it's all this smoke at and you don't want none of it? Who the hell is Boots scared of exactly? Virgil, Mr. We need 48 months. That's what his team put out. I'm not trying to hear it. I don't give a fuck how long ago it was. They needed how long to fight him at 47? How did y'all forget that? Now, when he get to 54, Virgil happened to get there first, and he's acclimated. Now he got to fight him right out the gate to prove to y'all that he want to smoke. When they was at the same weight class, his team put out a statement. They needed years before they would be comfortable fighting him. You had Robert Garcia on record saying, he could see Virgil's the kind of fighter that'll be down rounds and he'll just come back and you gotta damn near kill him. He almost admitting that he'll be down in rounds fighting Boots. And if Boots put you down 4 or 5 rounds, good luck with the rest of the fight, bro. You might not even make it out the rest of the fight. Get what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop, man. This conversation is about the weird ass boxing fans. Do y'all really like boxing or not? Because when Boots get in there, that shit is always fun. It's a show. Why are we knocking them? We said the names ain't at 47. Remember, they were saying it before. Won't he just move up? Now he did it, and it's still a problem. Well, why he ain't fight Tszyu? Fuck Tszyu. Fuck Tszyu. Tszyu would have got his he would have got his weird ass punch somewhere out the ring, bro. Ain't nobody, he clout chasing. Nobody think about no Tszyu. Come on, now he up there. Where's all y'all at that said we wanted to see Boots at 54? Y'all was calling him weight bullies. Oh, he looked bad on the scale. Y'all said it for a couple fights now. He looked bad on the scale. They was pulling the weight drain shit now, but then when he say he done sat down with the doctor and they say he underperforming, it's an excuse and he ducking somebody. Get out of here. 54 is stacked with talent, and I'm telling you, he gonna be right amongst the cream of the crop, and y'all gonna have to move the goalposts. This is what y'all do, man. Y'all trash fighters on a regular basis without even no reason inside the ring to do it. What fight have you seen from him that he deserves to be slandered like that? Because that's what we don't. He ducking a guy that he was definitely wanting to fight when they was in the same weight class. Now he gonna do this shit on his terms. Virgil Ortiz don't get to call the shots for Boots. They needed 48 months or whatever it was when they was in the same weight class. Now you get to move up first. You don't have 4 fucking fights. 4. 2 of them was tune-ups. Y'all shitting on him for the notion of fighting. Virgil did it too. So where is the energy for Virgil? Thomas Delorme and Frederick lost in first round knockouts. Where's the energy for this? First round knockouts. Now, granted, the next 2 fights was top tier in my opinion, but he's still acclimated. I don't give a damn what nobody say. He didn't just go straight to 54 and fight a world champion. That shit didn't happen. It didn't. And it don't got to happen for Boots, man. If I'm Boots, I'm moving on my own terms, man. I'm moving on my own terms. You called the man to duck when he didn't jump up to 54 and fight Virgil. Then he beat the fight out of Stan Jonas. Then he decides to move up. Now he ducking Norman. Why he ain't fight Tszyu? I don't want to hear that shit, man. Y'all, you can't have it all your way. That man is about to terrorize some of these dudes at 54, and this is what I truly believe. I do. Y'all gonna be sad in the face. He gonna be beat. I think he gonna kick some ass up there. I do. If you beat him, it's gonna take a damn good fighter. It's gonna take a real one to beat his ass, bro. That's all I'm saying. No, he ain't flawless, perfect, none of that. But that dude is freakishly athletic, and he actually has fun inside the boxing ring. Like you can see it. You can watch Boots turn one of his fights on and watch it. At some point in the fight, you're like, damn, this dude, he having too much fun. This shit ain't even fair. He having fun. You fighting for your life. He over here putting himself in slow motion, doing the Matrix in real time, punching you in your shit, busting nose, eyes, man, making people quit on the stool. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, man. Beat the fight out of Roman Villa. That dude don't even look the same no more, man. Man, hell no. Put some respect on Boots' name. Put some respect on his name. What he did was make this shit, do this shit on his own terms. Y'all wanted to see him do it on Virgil terms. Virgil, nice and comfortable. He 4 fights in. Now you talking about Boots. Now it's all. Now you brave. Now you found your tongue. Nah, man, hell no. Dude wasn't talking like that at 47. I don't want to hear that. If I'm Boots, I'm doing this shit on my own terms. And I'm going to understand that the real boxing fans is going to rock with me, bro. This shit ain't about being stupid, man. If he want to acclimate, so be it. But I'm telling you, the minute he get in there with one of these names that y'all keep talking about, watch what happen. Watch what happen. And I don't do too much betting, but I guarantee you he going to make an example out of one of these dudes at 54, and y'all going to be complaining, moving the goalpost somewhere else like y'all always do. Y'all don't. Boost is a prime example of how I know that a lot of y'all dudes don't really like boxing. I ain't saying you got to love everything he do, but that shit is fun. That's what I'm saying. It's entertaining. He get in there and mix it up. You get what I'm saying? He get in there. He don't do all his defense and jumping straight back. And no, he don't even have fill out rounds. He get in there and beat your ass. And the only thing we going to cry about is some names that's missing from his resume to no fault of his own. It's not his fault. He didn't get a chance to fight Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford at 47. That's not his fault. Who did he lose to? It's not his fault that he didn't get a chance to fight Virgil because Rabdo led him to 54. That's not his fault either. Now he up there where they at, and it's a lot more names outside of Virgil. And I'm telling you, put him in there with any of these guys and put my money on Boots. I'm tired of this shit. We're not even about to play. He doing shit in the ring that a lot of these dudes wish they could do. That shit, and he doing it effortlessly, and he making it look crazy in there. I don't give a damn. Beating up world champions, playing with him. Man had a kid on the way and everything, undefeated, and he beat the fight out of him. That man sat on the stool and is like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, that shit he got, I don't know what he on out there. Nah, bro, we can't do it, man. Can't do it. I know y'all don't like boxing for real, because that shit is entertaining. He not a boring fighter. He not overly defensive. He always getting in there. Every fight that he's ever had, he's putting hands all over these dudes. Up into the Karen fight, you could barely find the multiple rounds that the man has lost. And y'all telling me that's not special? Man, miss me with that shit, bro. Man, that's special. So again, I said this before. It's not just names that make fighters special. Yeah, you want them names on the resume to kind of solidify. You want some quality up there. But the way that he beats these guys is in a way that these guys have never been beaten in their careers. You probably had never seen nobody beat Roman Villa up the way he did. You probably had never seen nobody beat Stanionis the way he did. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's beating the absolute shit out of these guys. So to me, when he actually get in there with these names, he's going to be just fine, bro. You get me? I get it. Y'all like, dude, they names ain't big enough. Where the names out on the resume? Look how he's beating the guys. The shit is not even remotely close. I told y'all that he was going to be and one mixtape Boots for Stanionis. I told y'all that it was going to end up being easier than what people think. And look what he did. I don't even think he lost a round at all. He beat the hell out this dude. You get what I'm saying? So that's all. That's how you assess Boots. You see how dominant. It ain't like he just getting by these guys. He's struggling and they just giving them good fight. Beating piss and shit down these dudes' legs. Just be honest. He beating that fight out of these grown men, and he playing with them while he do it. You're not seeing too many fighters operate like that, bro. That's all I'm saying. You don't see that. So again, if y'all think that all of a sudden he gonna move up to 54 and he gonna lose the athleticism, or he gonna just stop looking good, I think it's a chance he could be stronger, look better, and be more dominant. And that shit is gonna be scary. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the challenge that exists that awaits him at 54 when he start getting to the deep end. But I don't get how we woke up and just decided, yeah, we gonna drag Boots in. Boots is the duck. Yeah, Boots don't want to fight nobody because Keith Thurman said it. I don't give a damn what Keith said. We all seen he was supposed to fight EJ and he didn't. And then on the flip end, signed a contract when it benefited him. He tried to do it on his terms. He didn't do it when it made the most sense. What Boots is doing is, I think, making moves on his own terms. He said, yo, I'm done at the weight. I'm done at this weight class. You hear the fans complaining, saying he looked drained, doing that weight bully shit. Then he move up, and it's like now he's moving up just to duck. And he don't. And at the same time, in the division, he don't want to fight none of these dudes. It's just a matter of time before he beat and piss down somebody else's leg, and they're gonna be complaining. I'm telling you. 100%. I guarantee you. I've seen this story all before. Shout out to my dog. YSM, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling, man? A1 Hoop Zone in the building. Yeah, they never satisfied. Just stop trashing dudes, man. 2 cents, what's good with it? I'm telling you, he giving you the kind of fights that you want to see. And when the opportunities make sense, I believe he's going to fight the guys that we all want to see him fight at 54. Like, just give it some time, man. Virgil going to get Team Virgil. They're going to get everything they're looking for. He's a lot more athletic, more versatile, got more layers to his game. Yeah, the best shot. And I'm going out. I'm make early prediction. The best shot, respect to Virgil Ortiz. I love him as a fighter and the talent. He's very fun to watch, and I support him win, lose, or draw. But his only shot, I'm telling y'all right now, is to knock Boots out. That outboxing shit is over with. So he better come out there with some sledgehammers, and you better put something on him when y'all fight. Because that's the fight that people keep talking about. And he don't want Virgil. He don't want Virgil. Virgil team shot him in the foot when they put out that 48-month shit. I'm never forgetting that. And I ain't never letting it go. I think maybe the 48 months might be up now. Now they found their tongue. Man, get out of here, bro. Y'all don't get to do that. Should have fought that dude down there before the rap doing all that. They wasn't talking like that. Y'all must have forgot. Y'all really forgot. They wasn't talking like that down there. They wasn't talking like that. Dudes barely want to mention his name. Yeah, that fight happened. Nah, talk that shit how y'all talking now. When y'all was both establishing yourself at 47 and nobody was ever fought at no other weight class, why they wasn't talking like that then? Do y'all ever question that shit? Now, after solidifying themselves a little bit, you had 2 quality fights with 2 tune-ups. Yeah, you should be very comfortable to fight anybody. But nah, bro. Get that man to fight. Let him shake. Let him get his feet wet. I don't give a damn how many fights he got. It's a new division. Andre Ward could fight 3 guys before fighting Kovalev. He damn sure could fight 1 or 2 and go beat the hell out of Virgil, because that's what's about to happen. I'm telling y'all. Hey, Virgil, Team Ortiz, I love y'all, but he doing y'all a favor if, in fact, it's true that he wanted a warm-up fight or 2. Doing y'all a favor. He's just giving y'all a little bit more time. Get your shit, because there ain't going to be no excuses. I'm telling you, when that fight happened, they're going to make excuses. Watch what I tell you. Watch. And then he make that shit look like he do with every other fighter. Y'all going to be sick. I'm telling you, man. Telling you, bro. His Virgil best shot, he better knock him out. You better. You better. You hear me? You better drop him a bunch of times or something. Telling you, because he going to cook you. Not more athletic, faster. I don't care about your punching power. He punching too. You get what I'm saying? He just could do more. He mix it up a lot better, man. So I can't wait to see that fight. Can't wait to see it, bro. That's a bad man, bro. And I just think people missing it because he's not. Oh, I got you. Oh, for sure. Shout out to my dog. I got you. I think people missing it, bro, because they not seeing what they want to see, bro. He not doing what you want him to do. Like, you just sit back, just sit tight. Whatever happened is supporting the fighter. The man ain't even lost the fight. Can we relax on who he's scared to fight? Man being there slow motion, putting himself in slow motion in front of a guy that can knock his head off. And y'all telling me he's scared? He in there playing with guys, man. Nah, bro. Hell nah. He in there playing with people. Shout out to my homie kid, man. He nice, bro. That's all. He gonna always get his respect. We gotta pump the brakes. Just pump the brakes just a little bit. Yeah, my bad. I ain't even see it, bro. I had to go. I had to go for a sec. I ain't even see my guy. Shout out to YSM, man. Y'all always welcome up. Who's beating a career? I'm telling you, changing careers. Crucial content, changing careers, bro. And just give it some time. Look, I ain't saying these fights gonna be super easy, but he might make them look easier than what y'all think. I'm telling you, it's a lot of shit he could do in there, and that shit different, bro. Shout out to my homie Justin. You know what I'm saying? He that shit different, bro. That shit different. And we acting like, and it's crazy because he ain't been in there with certain names. We acting like what we see Boots do is just regular. Everybody, Boots is a dime a dozen type of fighter. Bullshit. No, he not. Damn, I can't wait till he get one of them names. He smoked one of them dudes. I don't want to hear shit else. I don't want to hear nothing. I cannot wait to see it, man. And this is nothing against Virgil or nobody that he might potentially fight, but I just believe in this dude's talent. And he the wrong one to get bulletin board material. So matter of fact, y'all keep right on talking. I can't wait to see the next and one mixtape. I can't volume. What we gonna volume 30 what? I can't wait to see the next mixtape. I can't wait to see it. YSM, what's good, my guy? How you feeling, bro?
Just
talk to me.
What's good with you?
Man, just building, man. Just, giving a real one is just due because he deserved it, man. I don't care how people feel. Like, I get it. Have your criticism, have your questions, but pump the brakes on the labels and the jackets, man. That man ain't ducking shit, bro. Nothing. And that's just my stance. What's good? Talk to me, though.
Hey, yo, are you North Jersey's finest or you rep all Jersey?
Man, I love all of Jersey, bro. All of them. And Philly, we got much love, man. Shout out to Philly, man.
My God.
I ain't nothing but y'all are neighbors, man. We gotta hold it down, man. Got some real talent.
I don't think that
need to be appreciated for sure.
People that aren't from here don't realize how close Philly and Jersey is. Yeah. Like, I can literally walk to Jersey from my crib.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it take me that's a 15, 20-minute walk.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the like somebody asked me in the comments, did he ask for the tune-up? No. He didn't ask for a tune-up. Right? I think everything will be revealed within like the next, I'm gonna say, week or two. Mm-hmm. And dude said like, oh yeah, he want 2 tune-ups. One of my guys is the one that did the interview with Robert Garcia, and that's how all this shit started.
Right.
He said he asked for 2 tune-ups. That was a crack of shit. But yeah, within a week or two, everybody's gonna be like, oh, okay. And then people are going to move the goalposts, and then they're going to have to come up with something else. Because the narrative originally was, and you touched on a lot of this shit. He's scared of 54.
Right.
He only wants to fight small guys, right? And then Tszyu, there's grumblings about the Tszyu fight, but the reality is people said they didn't want to see him in Tszyu. People wanted to see him at 54. Okay. He goes and he fights a man in Stanionis.
Right.
Right? A guy that people wanted to see Virgil fight. Like, like you can't make this shit up. People were excited about Stanionis and Virgil. He unifies the division, and then they offer the Teofimo Lopez fight again. People got to understand that a boxer's perspective, management's perspective, promoters, and networks are going to be different.
Right.
Network and promoters are going to want a name to where as though they feel like casuals. And you are seeing, I know you realize it now, there are more casuals that talk boxing than actual aficionados that talk boxing or diehard boxing fans. Way more. And then you see it just in their rhetoric and their responses. So then when everybody is saying, "Oh yeah, Teofimo Lopez, that fight is almost done," and this and that, and I'm sitting here like,
right,
okay. Just like with the Virgil fight, people, a lot of outlets ran with the Virgil fight being done. Motherfucker wasn't even in the gym.
Yeah,
motherfucker's on. He's on tour, big as shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Wasn't even shaking down or nothing. And so he decided to move up in the midst of the Tszyu stuff. They reached out to Brian Norman, and he went in the Jin Sasaki direction, which I'm not faulting anybody. Like, you got to do what you have to do for your career. A lot of people want to make fighters' careers about other fighters. But here's the truth. After you fight them, you have a long career ahead of you. So do what's best for you. Brian Norman's team felt like it was best for them to get that payday in Japan. But because you didn't wait, you can't expect somebody to wait for you. So after that, it was Tszyu or 54. Because once you saw that Barrios is fighting Pacquiao, you know you're not getting that fight. People don't want to acknowledge what you said. Barrios has showed you that he ain't fighting nobody tough as of right now.
Facts. Back-to-back draws too.
Back-to-back
and then the next fight gonna be boots.
Back-to-back draws with fights he wasn't supposed to get a draw on. He's supposed to beat both of their ass. And so he chose to go to 54. Now, it was only announced the week of Brian Norman's fight. The decision had been made for weeks. That was the reason why he didn't take Tszyu. And the reality was, when he didn't take Tszyu, they started talking about Tszyu and Dev. Tszyu didn't want Dev, and he had already alerted Matchroom that he's moving. And so then they come with the, okay, well, what about Dev at 52?
Right.
So I've heard everything. I've heard he's scared of 54. I've heard he's scared of Tszyu. He's scared of Norman. He's scared of Dev. He's scared of Virgil. He's scared of all these dudes until he fight them. And
somebody
then,
getting their ass beat his next fight. I'm telling you, some of y'all getting your ass beat. I can't wait.
And something you said that I don't think people was picking up on. Some guys in boxing, all that talking shit gets people hurt. You can't bleed for them. That's the thing. Whether it's trainers talking, whether it's management talking, whether it's promoters talking, some guys you just don't want to antagonize. And people think that I'll be hype. I've seen too much. If you talk to trainers that brought their fighters up there, you talk to fighters, they'll tell you the same thing. Some dudes you just don't want to antagonize. You want them to be playful. Roy Jones is one of them. Remember that Montel Griffin shit? Made Roy mad. What happened? What did it look like when Roy got serious?
Right.
The more and more they talk, the worse it's going to get for Virgil. And I like Virgil. I like Virgil as a fighter. I think Virgil's a good fighter. But The more and more they talk, the more and more they do interviews, I'm telling you now, where his mind is going to get dark.
Mm-hmm.
He is not happy.
So I want y'all to keep talking too. Keep giving them more fuel, bro. Yo, I seen a picture of him. I'm like, yeah, look like he ain't going according to plan with boots. Cannot wait to see it. We just be in a rush. I get it, but I be just want people to be a bit more patient, man. You're gonna see exactly what you need to see. Why label a fighter? Why trash him? Is he giving you the performances that you want? He fight in a fan-friendly kind of manner. Get me very humble. Don't do too much talking. It's all in the ring. I don't see too many reasons. He gotta be your favorite, but damn, when you look at him, you gotta say that dude bad. That's a bad. It's gonna take another one to do something with him. That's what I believe, man. And for some of these guys, I better hope you catch him and knock him out. So I promise you, because a chess match, a boxing match, that shit, he's like a violent boxer. He's violent. That shit is violent in there. He really punching through dudes. So I just can't wait to see how he proved people wrong, man. I can't wait to hear the narratives that's gonna come once he beats somebody ass, because I know it's coming.
Hey, Just Sergey Boyachuk was one of the fights offered, right? I didn't want to go out and say that. I didn't want to go out and say the list. That's between them and Eddie. But Sergey Boyachuk was one of the fights offered. I guaranteed before that, when people heard tune-up, you weren't thinking Sergey Boyachuk.
Not at all.
Sergey Boyachuk turned it down. I'm not saying he's ducking.
See,
people have plans, and I'm hearing he's trying to make a fight on Canelo Crawford. I'm not mad at that.
Right.
But it seems like when shit don't go the way that fans want it to go, it always got to be a reason.
Yeah.
And the first thing they thinking is fear.
Yeah.
I don't think Brian Norman is scared of Boots. I've seen him getting there for free with Boots, but he has a management and they have a plan. And so if I know that I could get a fight comparable to what I'm making with Boots, right? When I say comparable, Dev, I don't know what he's making for Dev, right? But Dev, I'm a big Dev guy. You know that. Dev is a much less dangerous fight. Respectfully. Like, if Dev can beat Brian, but he'll outbox him.
Right.
So you got to do what's best for you.
Right, man. And I see, if you was one of those, you would take that and run with it. Oh, Boyachuk, duck Boots. See what I'm saying? But you see how logical you look at it? The dude's got options, they got plans. He probably trying to work something out, like you said, Canelo Crawford. Who wouldn't want to be on a part of that card? But nah, you gotta fight Boots, or you ducking. That's these people logic. Nah, they got plans, man. I'm telling you, and sometimes you're gonna try. All times, I think you're gonna always try to make the best move for yourself. That's what makes sense. You get me? It's not about being scared. I really do believe, and I don't try to be funny. The people that push this fear and this duck shit, I think they got chased home as kids. I think
that's true.
They never dealt with real confrontation because you think we don't acknowledge like the real reasons why somebody wouldn't take a fight. It go right to, he's scared. These dudes been fighting all their life. Could you imagine being scared to do something that you've been doing all your life that you chose to do? What are we talking about? Nah, sometimes you just got plans. It's that simple, but plans don't mean you trying to avoid people. Like, they could have, proposed that fight, and maybe in his mind or his team, they could have had something they was already working on. So maybe the timing didn't align for the opportunity. Do that just mean that Boyachuk is scared? Do you think he's scared of anybody the way he fight? No, but again, if you thinking you have an opportunity to fight on a card like Canelo and Crawford, you definitely do it. You do everything in your power to make that happen. If you a fighter, you trying to grow, right? You want to be a part of that event. It's smart to me.
Yo, and I gotta, for the people that's talking to Thurman shit, I wasn't present during the Thurman interview. It was my guy out in LA. But I would have asked them, did they reach out to you for the Boots fight? I know the answer to that question. I mean, Thurman is really, really good at the wrestling promos. And I've always liked Thurman. I was a big Keith Thurman fan, like when I was a fan, right? He's always been good with that. But then there's the truth. The truth is, when it's really dangerous fights, Keith want cash out money. He did it with Bud. He did it with Spence. Like this is a common thing with Keith. And I'm not saying he's wrong for it because, you know, you want to get paid for the risk. Now, is his value what he's asking for? I personally don't think so, but I can't tell you what to ask for as a man.
Right.
All I can say is what he's painting in the media isn't the reality. He was called about that fight. The number that he asked for is how can I put this? It's what you would think that he would get for Terrence Crawford, or matter of fact, more than that.
Right.
Yeah. So in your mind, Keith versus Terrence Crawford, add probably like 5 to 10 on that, and that's what he asked for. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They don't get it. They don't get it. Didn't he say some bogus money a while back? Keith did when they mentioned Boots to him. Didn't he say something about a certain amount of money? I could have swore he did.
What was the amount?
A million. What was it? 8-10 million something. I don't know if it was true or not. I could have swore I was hearing that before.
Oh shit. Well, if that was the case, he asked for more than that then.
Oh shit. Shout out to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Jusdueboxing. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to say he is a scary guy, but like he said, you need a certain money number to get in there with Boots. And I think that's something that people be forgetting too. So when we want to critique the resume, just keep in mind it's something that you hear Keith saying, talking about the money before Barrios fought Pacquiao. When his team spoke about it, son, we need that money. They mentioned money. They all feel like they need a certain number to get in there with him, but people will ignore that and be like, yeah, he don't want to fight nobody. Nah, people just, they know that's a dangerous fight and they want to be financially compensated for it because that shit can go real wrong for them. And that's what I hear when people start saying, yeah, I need this amount of money, that amount of money. Yeah, I bet. And I ain't even mad at you, but don't make it seem like it's him not wanting to fight nobody. When it's guys, they have opportunities, they want substantial amounts of money to get in there.
Yo, and let's talk about 47 real fast, right? And I don't want to disrespect the dudes that are coming up, but the reality is boxing's about timing. The reason why you seeing dudes be interested in fighting him at 47 is because they saw visibly that he was pushing it to the limit, making a weight. So you know that this is your best opportunity at getting him. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. As far as like him making the weight easy and shit like that, boxers are liars. I didn't even want to say boxers are liars. Boxers lie when it comes to injuries, weight, etc.
Yeah, facts.
That's the truth. The truth is they're warriors and they do not want you to see a chink in their fucking armor because they will act like everything is fine. Like Shakur just started opening up about the hand injuries, but Shakur been having hand injuries for fucking years, yo.
Yeah, facts.
You're not going to tell you because then now you got to strike against him. Now a fighter can tailor a game plan around whatever their ailment is. Not saying that specifically, but like, oh, this dude hands fucked up. Oh, I'm gonna try to walk him down.
Right. You heard it with the Zepeda fight. They was like, punch his hands, hit him in the hands. You heard him giving instructions.
Exactly.
That shit was funny. Right. You're right. They ain't trying to give you that one up. You know what I'm saying? They not.
So they will. I've seen fighters have injuries. Like I'm talking about real injuries. And I saw him do interviews. Oh man, this was great camp. Best camp I ever had, and And I saw you struggling in sparring. I know you hurt yourself on this day. I know you was dealing with this knee injury, and it's like,
right.
Like, and then they go out there and they perform.
Right. That's what I say, man. You gotta think, man, before you start calling these dudes cowards, yo. These dudes put a lot of shit to the side, compartmentalize, whether it's injuries, messed up training camps. You get what I'm saying? Personal shit, and we just expect them to go out there and just be perfect every single time out. Nah, man, these dudes always battling through shit. Core fought like 7 fights with hand-to-hand issues. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's good that he being real about it. Maybe people could shut the hell up a little bit. stop assuming that he's just faking injuries, because you got people still talking about that. I swear, that's why I had to stop listening to people. I'm like, they making me not like boxing, bro. On one hand, you saying his grip strength is this, and he's got brittle hands, and then on the next stream, the next day, now he faking an injury to get out of a big ass payday. It's like, bro, y'all don't know what's bad if y'all want to push, man.
No, and that's the other part. Y'all think that this is not their jobs? Oh no, my bad. Because you think because a dude made $1 million and that he'll just have money forever. It don't work that way. It's a lot to go. Like these dudes need these paydays too. They got chicks, they got baby moms, they got bills. So you thinking dudes is turning down millions of dollars because they scared of another man? Bro, they done fought top dudes for free in the amateurs. You think they're not trying to get paid to do it?
The internet said it's a bad fight. They trashing the fight online. Yeah, I think he was feeling the heat, so he just faked the injury because did not fight Cordina. Y'all people just be. I be like, bro, you really making yourself believe some wild shit, bro. No God, I'm going to get that bag, and I'm pretty sure that was his mentality. Shit, I knew what his mentality was against De Los Santos. He shouldn't have even been in there. Not one time did he say he was pulling out. So it's like, let alone he healthy, or he gonna fake being hurt to not make the money? Yeah, right.
Yo, I got 2 joints for you, and then I'm a dip, Jess. As far as like fighters, kind of like putting a mask over the pain, right? So I saw Stephen Fulton, and I don't know if he, wants this out here, but whatever. I saw him spar for the Ennis fight during Ramadan. No water, like not even rinsing the mouth out.
Wow.
Because he's observing Ramadan and he's a devout Muslim. And he's going into camp for the biggest fucking fight of his life. I'm not making no excuses. I'm just saying shit that people do not say. No water. Like nothing until sun goes down. I've seen. I'll give you another one. Who would be next? I want to give a real bit. Okay, Nair Albright. Nair Albright heading into the Keyshawn Davis fight.
Wow.
Nair Albright got cut in sparring. Bad cut. Couldn't even spar the last couple weeks of camp.
Wow.
Never said a word.
Still went out there and fought a good fight.
And that's not a knock against Keyshawn enough. And I'm just saying the reality. I'm pretty sure Keyshawn went through some shit. Well, yeah, that's the reality of it. Got cut in sparring. I think it was like 3 weeks out.
Right.
Because of some, I feel like the headgear was bad.
Right. See, shit like that's matter. That's not an excuse. That's a legit reason. You know what I'm saying? That's that shit gonna affect you. You ain't able to get the work in. Come on, man. R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan too. I see y'all typing in the chat. I just waited for a quick minute. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan. Wow. Yes, BB, what it do? But yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. That shit is crazy.
Yo, what's up?
What's good with it, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Firstly, I just got back from the United States. I did an interview with Terence Crawford. I'm gonna upload that. Sorry?
That's dope. Man, shout out to you, man. Shout out to Bud. But real quick, YSM, the finish up before you you said you had one more.
Oh, no, that was basically it. Like you don't know what these fighters is going through. Like, but if they come out and they say that, oh, you making excuses. Like people want to. I don't know if it's because of what people got going on in their lives, but they want to see these people as less than human. No, they're humans.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird. Like they can't go through nothing. We go through shit regularly. They can't go through nothing because they athletes. I don't stop them from being human. I don't stop life from lifing. Like, man, guys be putting a lot of shit to the side to go in here and have a fight, bro. That's why I respect these dudes the way I do. At least I
You
try.
think they BMs chill because they got to fight? No, our BMs is different from their BMs, right? Nah, they BMs is on point. Like they BMs don't give them no stress or nothing like that, right?
As they box, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right.
They more the reason to act crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? More the reason. Big tax, what it do? Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming up and always bringing up the property value, man. People be needing these good conversations that's not just centered around tearing down fighters unnecessarily. That's all. People be wanting to be clear, criticize all you want, but if you're gonna label somebody, has some information that definitively backs up your wild ass claim. You know what I'm saying? All this, hey, he's turning down this fight, he's turning down that fight. Nah, he making decisions that I think suit him and his team. You know what I'm saying? His career. And I guess in this particular instance, people can't see it that way because they rather label him instead of understand that he's trying to make the best move for him. And like I said, it was damned if you do, damned if you don't. Stay at 47. Yeah. And fight, a TO, like you were saying that they was offering. Well, thought you wanted unifications. You were supposed to beat them up. You have a shaky performance, or dare I say lose. Now they writing you off, man. Get the hell out of here. Boots is smart. I'm pretty sure you probably know better than me. He probably even thought about Earl and Bud. Like, look at that situation. He stayed that long and was cooked at the weight class. Some would say, right? He wanted to avoid that.
I can confirm Raymond Ford, Ball, Stephen Fulton, Inoue, Spence Crawford, and Crawford leaving 47. Yeah, all of those things, played a part.
Right. Telling you. Come on, man.
Crawford started having trouble making 47. He got the fuck out of Dodge.
Do you hear me, man? Do you hear me, bro? Like, man, at what point do we just want to be educated instead of repeating the same rhetoric? And at what point do we learn the difference between excuses and reasons? Like, man, more specifically with Boots, what y'all was saying for the last couple fights, he cooked. And I started hearing the weight bully bullshit. Like you said, you only fighting these smaller guys. These 40 pounders and da-da-da-da-da. And he go up there and it's like, well, why are you moving up there so fast? Well, why you couldn't wait? Keyword, listen to what you saying. Asking another fucking man to wait for another one in boxing is crazy. In this sport is wild. I'm not waiting for no. When I seen him post that, I'm not hating and not waiting. Man, it was worth 1,000 words. I understood it perfectly to me. Y'all knew people was gonna take it and run with it. Damn, man, this dude, do he even fight like he would be scared of somebody? I'm talking about any fucking body. Anybody that's playing like that in a sport where you can't even play. That's why I don't think people understand what I'm trying to say. Not no fanboy shit, no none of that. That dude be in there playing with these grown-ass men and beating their asses. Shit that you see in sparring. Like, I ain't realized all this time, I gotta find that clip, that it was fucking Boots doing that shit to somebody in sparring, playing. I was like, bro, I never knew who it was. And I forgot somebody reposted it and put the name to it. I'm like, this was Boots.
Were you talking about the spin around punch? That
bro, I was like, bro, who the hell is this?
He was a baby too.
I didn't know it was him. And I'm
he
like,
was a baby.
Boots doing this to people? Come on, man. That shit different, man. That shit different. And over here, I just appreciate boxing. So anytime, it's not just Boots, it's not just Jersey fighters, it's boxing. Y'all do this for them all. I'm tired of hearing people get dragged. That's why I stopped listening to people. I can't. It makes me not enjoy the sport the same way because it's like all toxic talk. None of these guys are who they say they is, but one guy that you like. And the rest of these guys are just fake and frauds. And it's like, bro, man, he's young, rich, successful, you know what I'm saying? Young, talented black men. I'm supporting them. And all the boxing, not just them, but we tear our own down like viciously. It's terrible, bro. You don't even got to lose no more. You don't got to lose. Just have a close fight. Lose a couple rounds. And they're going to go crazy.
I've never seen, and then I got to hop off. I got to get ready to go to the gym. I've never seen a situation where you get exposed, right? First off, everybody's exposed, right? But you get exposed in a fight that you win. Like every fight's supposed to be easy. Like in their mind, everybody is just, supposed to just be unscathed.
Right.
And like these are men that's trained their whole life. These are men on the highest level. Right. You think they coming to lose?
You get me? Just because they the B side don't mean like they gonna just come to lay down. Dudes is coming to win too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't understand these guys, man. They don't know, man. These dudes chose boxing. I doubt that these men run around being scared and not wanting to challenge themselves, especially when that money right. That money right, they getting in.
Yeah, I
All
had
right,
an interview.
Justin. Appreciate y'all.
Always, bro.
All right, much love to the chat. My man, Feed Me More don't know you, but salute to you, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate you. Much love. Shout out to my guy, YSM, man. Y'all hit that like button. We gonna keep building for a bit. Shout out to Feed Me More. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, not bad, man. I came back from. I have an interview with Terence Crawford. Interviewed him.
You got it up on your channel?
No, I'm uploading it on a different channel. But I'm just
let me know the channel so I can
I'll
check it out.
put in the description. But I did a one-to-one interview with him. Basically, I was honest with him. I got his weight as well. I was asking him because basically I in the beginning, right, when I came to interview, I told him straight, I don't think you're gonna beat Canelo. You're too small. You know what I mean? And he didn't. When I looked at him, he didn't care. He explained why he believes he can beat Canelo. And I said, but you're too small. You're only 180 pounds. And he told me, look at my weight. And I looked at his weight, and he was over 200 pounds.
That's crazy.
He's over 200 pounds.
Right.
So, and I saw him spar. And he has abs at 200 pounds. And I asked him, what are you doing after this fight, right?
Right.
And he said he's willing to literally go to cruiserweight or heavyweight. And I said, you're crazy. Really? How? And he said he's going to do it. He said he wants to fight. He wants to fight people at heavyweight. So I think, and I really think he can beat Canelo now. I really think he can beat Canelo because I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah, yeah. I was telling people I don't think the size disparity is a bigger difference is what people think. I think the biggest challenge for Bud is being able to perform at that world-class level with the added weight. But seeing just the kind of athlete he is and the way he prepares mentally and physically is both. And then you got Bomac. I think they're going to do this shit the right way. And they're going to give themselves the best chance to win this fight. Win, lose, or draw, I think it's going to be I think people are going to be entertained by this, man. I'm rooting for Crawford the whole way. I think he could pull it off. I've seen him. I've seen this dude be outboxed, right? I've seen people give him issues. I've seen what gives him issues, and I feel like Bud has those same qualities. That's why people are harping and banking on him being old on the night or him not being able to perform with the weight. They almost want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that gives Canelo his best shot. Because outside of that, man, he got a really good chance at outboxing this man.
You know what I think as well? Because when I was in the States, because I was talking to people, I basically went to a different gym. And this was like a Mexican kind of American gym. And basically, I was shocked at what I heard. I went into the changing room, and it's full of a lot of Mexicans, and they're talking about Canelo and Crawford.
Right.
And basically, when I'm hearing them speak, some of them were using racist language. So then when I caught this guy outside, I confronted him about it. I was like, I heard you in the dressing room use racist language towards Terence Crawford and black people.
Right.
What? So is this the reason why you're picking Canelo to win? And he told me to shut the F up and kind of just walked away. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I went to the trainer and I said, what is this? What is this? Like, why? So basically all these people are picking Canelo to win because they don't like black people. Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
There's a lot of that. Yeah. There's a lot of that. And it's bad enough people going against Bud because of him winning a fight or the way he negotiated with Errol Spence. So it's like people got some layover effect and they judging him on a different level other than him being a fighter. And then some of his own people are going against him. For me, you know what I mean? It's not just that he's a black fighter. I feel like I was telling you, them skills, them qualities, I think he possessed those at this stage in his career. And it's just, if he could perform and not be hindered by the fighting with that weight on him, Canelo gonna have his hands full, man, because he got a pretty lazy approach to me. Like, he's talented as hell, he's still dangerous, but he could be very lazy to me. I mean, with his approach, you seen it a bit with the Williams Cole thing. He wasn't even pressed to try to really do more than what he was doing besides just winning the rounds. You know, I think he'll be more motivated for sure with Crawford, because I think he's gonna have to try harder. And let's see how it work out. But I'm definitely rooting for Crawford pulling it off, man. I know it's gonna be a tough fight, but you know, like shit, it ain't supposed to be easy. I don't see the world where there's no way he can win. You know what I'm saying? I think it's possible.
Definitely. Like, I think he can win. And there's another issue going on, like, in America, because, like, I think Turki Al-Sheikh said it would be good if there was a black American heavyweight champion, because on the weekend we had Daniel Dubois, who's a black British Caribbean descent fighter. Also, a lot of the black people in the UK, they're of Caribbean descent, not African descent. So he was fighting, you know, but he's a little bit autistic. You know, he's kind of on the spectrum a little bit. Supposedly, I don't think he is, but I think he's just introverted. A lot of the people at Wembley Stadium, it was basically 100,000 people watching that fight. And it was for the undisputed fight. Now, obviously, he lost, but there was a lot of white people there that didn't want him to win because he's black. So instead of supporting their British fighter, they're supporting a Ukrainian. And this is a problem in boxing. There's ever since Dubois lost, you see a lot of racist comments. Like, a lot of racist people are coming out. And this is a problem in boxing. Whenever there's a black fighter going against someone that's not black, they don't want the black fighter to win. And it's crazy because he's black. And that's a bit unfair.
Yeah,
So
it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. So, as I say, one thing about boxing is so strange because it attracts the weirdest kind of fan. And before you know it, you will see a lot of people, they're not fans of the sport as much as they are the individual fighter, or just they love the fact that they can have an opinion on something, right? And that's just what the boxing fans, it's mixed with a lot of toxic people that really overall don't really study the sport, don't watch it, just watch the big fights, and they stay in tune just enough to have an argument or have an opinion on something that they can argue about. So they expose themselves more and more, like the way these fighters get criticized more so for something they said on Twitter rather than what they're doing in the ring. Like, people not really fans of this sport. Like, that's why you will see guys drag a Jaron Ennis. Like, he ain't gave you one reason as a boxing fan why you should want to drag this dude. But when he don't do what you said he should do at home, it's like, yeah, let's get online and say how he's scared and how he don't want to fight nobody. I just can't wait till some people have to eat some crow, man. Yeah, it's been going on forever, for sure.
Yeah, like it's crazy, man. Like, because I think there, and when it comes to heavyweight boxing, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's been a massive reduction in a black American heavyweight champion. Like, if you look at the heavyweight landscape, because obviously the heavyweight division is the most popular division. It's a division where you can become rich and you can make a lot of money compared to all the other divisions, whether people want to accept it or not. Like, if you're a heavyweight champion, you're the champion of boxing. Now, there's been a massive reduction in black heavyweight fighters. Jared Anderson, obviously, he's not interested in being a boxer. He's clearly said he wants to do it for the money. Jerome Miller obviously failed PED tests, and obviously he's coming to the end of his career, right? And then we don't really there's no other option. So the question is, what is going on? Like, why is there a massive reduction in black American heavyweight boxers becoming champions, going to the Olympics? Like, what is going on there? Because I have not seen one. Like, is there something going on, like, in the gym?
Yo, what's up, Jess? I just wanted to put up. Shout out to you, Feed Me More, bro. You may be unaware, and I know Jess is a very kind host, and I just want to educate you on what goes on in America now, considering that college athletes are getting NIL deals. So when you look at somebody who's 6'5", 265, where you would think he should box, here in America, him coming out of high school, he's making $500,000 playing college football, where he doesn't have to go through the rough patch of being a struggling boxer where your money isn't guaranteed and things may be more corrupt. He's getting a KFC deal and a Burger King deal to where he's making so much money while all he got to do is go play the sport. That goes for basketball, football, and to be honest with you, the demographic of fighter that you're talking about is a heavyweight. So if you look at the physical specs of a heavyweight in boxing and insert him into basketball or football, that dude's a millionaire by college. That's what's going on.
Okay, but like, because like America's a big place. Like it's a big country. You know what I mean? You've got a lot of states. And I'm pretty sure, like especially in the South, where you know most of you are more 100% African rather than being mixed when you go up to the cities. I'm pretty sure you have the genetics to get to boxing, but like I do understand that a lot of you are going into other sports. So that's probably why you don't see that much black heavyweight champions anymore.
Because they're getting guaranteed money now.
So do you think the future of American heavyweight boxing is going to be non-black fighters now?
I don't know. What I will say is if you don't have these auxiliaries that pay those type of guys to compete with collegiate sports, they'll never be able to catch up. So maybe, but if boxing has some type of way that it can catch itself up to the American former high school athlete going into college that is that build, yeah, they'd be able to compete. But I don't think they can compete with I could go play with Deion Sanders and make $1.5 million my freshman year playing football. You can't compete with that by saying, look, man, we're going to get you 8 fights and you ain't going to get no money, but we're going to work your way up and we're going to build you and then you getting punched on. And, it is no plus side that you could beat it with.
Yeah, you got to pay for the training camps and obviously the nutrition.
Exactly. And that kid that makes that 1.5, man, the school's paying for his recovery. The school's paying for his nutrition. All that is paid for. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when we decide to sit here and criticize people who box, it's crazy because they made a choice. You know what I'm saying? Right. But on the flip side, what I'm trying to tell you is that as long as it's going to be like that and boxing isn't able to compensate them at that rate, you're going to have some trouble. Whatever you insinuating that could occur is occurring. You know what I'm saying? But that's the game. That's the game that they playing with collegiate sports, and not just collegiate sports, even high schoolers. They got high schoolers making NIL money.
Mm-hmm. Over here in the UK, a lot of the black athletes, it's either football, which is basically soccer in your country, or boxing. Because soccer is very popular amongst black men. It's very, very attractive. Like you can make.
It's the most popular sport in the world.
Yeah, I'd say you make more money in that, compared to like maybe the NFL. To be fair, and you don't need to be big or anything. You just need to be athletic and know how to kick a ball.
It's true. But the problem with that is, in America, it's not the most popular sport amongst that demographic of people you're talking about.
So, someone needs to come in and compensate boxers at maybe the Olympic level or the amateur level. If amateur boxing, had some type of, income where, because amateur boxing is dire, you box in the amateur system and you get no money at all. That's a disgrace. Even in the Olympics, you don't get any money.
All right. So you've made the case of a kid in America that's black coming out of high school. You just made his case. You don't make no money. But if you just so happen to tell Nick Saban or Deion Sanders at Colorado, you're going to come play, you possibly a millionaire.
So there could potentially be a risk where in the future, perhaps, if these other typical American or European sports, overcompensate in terms of salary, the interest to become a boxing could go down the toilet.
Sure, if there's other things to compete with it. I mean, I like boxing because I like boxing, not because they paid me a lot of money or anything like that. So I can only imagine a kid that's 17 that will probably be an Olympic hopeful in the sport of boxing and an amateur to go out there and do that for free when he could take his talents to, I don't know, a university of whatever and make some money. It's hard. You know, I hear the point is getting to the bread, and that's what our brains is wrapped around because that's what they put in front of us. But nobody's looking at, okay, I'm gonna go the poor route and try to be as poor just so I can work my way up, and eventually I'll get a title fight. And they gonna know my name. Ain't nobody doing that right now. That's why it's like that.
I'll say this. I think beyond the money, before you even get to the money, it's the barrier. It seemed like in the past, it was far easier to get into boxing, to go to a gym. You know, I'm reading the book Cornerman, and they used to charge 25 cents to go to Stillman's gym. And nowadays, you don't see boxing gyms all over the place.
Oh, you don't?
But you see, nah, hell no. It's not like that.
But you see a AAU camp or you see a football camp.
Yep. So those kids who are playing pee-wee football, I'm pretty sure at that moment they're not even thinking about money and things of that sort. They just love to play the game. Like my son don't know nothing about money like that to that extent. But he asked me the other day, "Can you sign me up for football?" Simply just because he's seen Justin Jefferson playing football. He liked football. So kids, the monetary aspect, I don't believe that becomes a factor until later on down the line. But you also got to think about how many games, how many practices, and so on and so forth that they got to go through for free.
And I agree with what you're saying, but I do have to speak on the other side of that fence because I live on it. My son was 12 years old when college scouts started hollering at him. Now, you're right. There is an age barrier to where it's not a big deal, but sometimes the physical characteristics or the gift that the kid got, it called him out immediately. My son, 14 years old, he's 6'5", 300 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? So before he even got to high school, he knew about people getting involved and wanting to get paid for it because of the way it comes, the way it happens. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a kid that just quick in middle school, and you got to understand too, I'm in Texas, and in Texas, football is a damn religion. So, you know what I'm saying? They watching them in Little League on that. So I hear where you at, it may not be as attractive financially, but I hear it's a big deal as soon as he put the pads on in Little League because somebody know what could happen from being what he is.
No, for sure. Texas is definitely a football state. But what I'm saying is, before you even get to that point, there has to be the exposure. And there's just a lot of kids that aren't even being exposed to boxing at all, unless their parents want to sign them up because they have disciplinary issues or they want to get them in shape or give them something to do. But outside of that, that just doesn't seem to be the first choice. I see more kids going to taekwondo and karate and things of that sort when I'm passing by. There's a whole lot of those, like dojos and things of that sort around. There's a whole lot of baseball fields. There's a lot of football fields, a lot of basketball courts. Up here, basketball is a thing in New York. Like everywhere you go, there's a basketball court.
I completely resonate because I got my son into boxing because I'm 30, I'm almost 40, right? But I had my son, you know, very, very, very young. You know, I was right. I'm not going to get into that, but my son, you know, is 12 years old now. And before my son was even born, I said, I'm going to build a son that's going to be a boxer and he's going to be a champion. So I had a kid, you know, and I'm not with the woman anymore. And I'm raising the kids myself, my son myself. And I got my son into boxing at 4 years old. And I didn't force him. I just said, okay, we're going boxing. I physically took him to boxing. And then I stayed at some cafe next door for 2 hours and then pick him up. I did that day in, day out. And now my son is in early teens. And basically he's one of the best boxers in the world. He's growing tall, right? Because I purposely had a child of a woman that was, you know, a bit taller. So I know for a fact he's going to be at least a world level fighter. Do you understand? So you do need to get your kid into it from a young age because that does guarantee some type of success, you know?
Yeah. Shout out there, pound for pound. Bud, what's good, bro?
Peace, y'all.
How y'all doing?
Man, all good, man. Talk to me. What's good with it?
Hey, salute, respect, dog, respect your channel, respect you, bro. Just coming on, showing love.
Nah, for sure.
I like the talk today. The brother from across seas. I don't know exactly where he at, but I can tell the accent.
Right.
I could be wrong.
Nah, feed me more.
But he said he had an interview with Terrence Crawford. I want to ask him a question.
Nah, go ahead. You good?
How you say your name, bro?
My name is Devin, but my name is Feed Me More.
If you're able to put your channel up or something so we can watch your video with Crawford. Well, I wanted to ask you, what gym was that you went to, brother? Because there's brothers like myself and there's brothers that's younger than me, brothers that's older than me that want to join boxing to get off the streets so we can save our families and save ourselves and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But we don't want to just go to a gym that's this disguised as a gym, but really it's a racist place and stuff. But would you mind sharing with us what gym was that, or what state, what city, at least?
Yeah, so basically, I actually met him in Florida. I didn't even really meet him in the gym. He's kind of in a training camp at the moment here and there, but he's not in a proper camp, but he's starting very soon. But yeah, I met him. I didn't meet him in a gym. We was in like a hotel because I was in a hotel basically. So I came to the hotel, we sat down and we ate, and then we started the interview basically in the buffet lobby. But if I'm being honest, and I spoke to Terrence Crawford about this, he said if you're a Black American boxer, right, and you want to do good, you need to maybe open your horizon and maybe go to a gym outside of America for maybe somewhere else, because I know some people that have done that. There's a gym in London called the Peacock's Gym. I know an American guy from Tennessee that goes there, and he's made amazing progress. Because he's big. He's quite a big guy. And, there's big people in the UK, but, a lot of Americans are much taller on average. And he's taken advantage of that, being taught by UK trainers. Like he's being taught like a European or UK style or UK level of conditioning. And he noticed that the way he was trained in the States is a lot different to how they're trained in the UK, because some of these American trainers, they're not training your conditioning properly. Like they're not, like, you have to understand, like when it comes to the UK trainers and the European trainers, the technique is not as good as the Americans. But what they have over the Americans is the conditioning. If you have that type of conditioning, you'll go very, very far. Trust me, you'll go very, very far.
Saying not putting your kid in no sport that includes head trauma. Yeah, man, it's tough.
I don't think you understood the question though.
You want to know what gym possibly even go to, right?
The thing was, when he started saying what he was saying, right? He's
bro,
asking,
what gym was on that racist shit is what my man is asking, bro.
He just popped off the channel, but listen, check it out, right? When he said that boxers should go out there to other gyms, that's anything. If you want to be a rapper or anything in life, you always want to expand in your horizons, because then you're going to gain more knowledge. So that's a fact. But I like to know what interview. I like to see the interview myself when Crawford's talking about fighting cruiserweights. I like to see that myself.
Yeah, that's crazy. I told him he probably popped back in. I told him he said he was gonna upload it to a different channel. So, I told him to let me know so we could check it out. Sonny, what's good with it, fam? He said, "Why would Buzz say Americans need to go to Europe?" Yeah, that popped off for him, man. But shout out to him, yo. Shout out to Feed Memo X, man. Definitely when you drop that interview, bro, let us know what channel it's on so we could check it out. Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like Bud win this fight, bro. It's off into the sunset. Shit, 3-time undisputed, 3 different divisions is crazy, man. Dethrone Canelo would be wild. So, I can't wait to see this shit in September, man.
Hey, bro, check it out, right? I had bought a car during the Spence fight, and I thought I was gonna flip the car and get my money back, but it was a lemon. Yeah, man. So all my mans betted on the fight, and they won. I didn't have the bread to bet on the fight, bro. So this fight right here, I still ain't got the damn bread, but I'm trying to work up my money, bro.
You trying to bet? You want to make some money?
I'm trying to get that, bro.
I can dig it. Yeah, we got a little bit then. We got till September. So, man, we got a little while. You know what I mean? Before we get here, I'm just looking forward to a real good card and a good fight, man. I want to see Bud prove some people wrong too. Again, I love to see it personally.
Yeah, it's only right though. He's a good man, and this is what he loves to do. He dedicated his life to this. Ain't nothing wrong with a man, you know what I mean? Striving to be great, testing himself to be great. Ain't nothing wrong with the James Toney became a heavyweight champion, right? Well, pardon me. Did James Toney become a champion, heavyweight champion?
Heavyweight. I think it was Roy. Roy snatched up a title at heavyweight.
So Tony caught a couple bodies, but he never got the belt though.
Not that I know of. Nah, heavyweight. I don't think so.
All right, well, Roy Jones did it though. At least Roy Jones
did it. Roy did it. Roy pulled it off. Lastly, man, I seen I'll touch on a couple more things before we head out. We just popped on to do an early build. What I was gonna say, Matias, man. Matias is back at it, calling for the smoke. He wanna fight everybody. He back calling out, T.O. Hitchens. I like the Hitchens fight for him because he was saying like no more excuses, no more rehydration clause. You ain't gotta worry about that. So you got no reason not to fight me. He called T.O. a pussy. Say Hitchens is a chicken. So I want to see this fight, man. I hope them dudes could fight when it's all said and done, man. That's a really good fight for Hitchens. Even Teofimo, any of them unifications would be good for Hitchens, man. If he can get it after getting that Cambosis fight. Freaking fly, what do you do, my guy?
Can I ask you a question right quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you see much change in Matias's last fight throughout his whole career?
No.
Yeah, me neither, though, bro. Me neither. But it seems like his confidence is up. Seems like he's back, but I don't see much change though.
Yeah. He always gonna be confident. Now it's one of them guys where you just gotta have a really good game plan for Matias. You gotta be able to execute, man. It's similar to how Liam Power was able to do in boxing, turn him, be physical in spots, right? Just don't let him wear you down and get off on you, man. Puello was doing that in spots, but he wasn't able to do it consistently enough to keep him off. And I still thought he could have possibly edged it, but he allowed Matias to have those moments. And he was piling them putting the moments together. I think he had more moments in the fight, definitely, that caught the eyes of the people. So maybe
still, like you said, it was close though, real close though.
Yeah, a boxer would give him trouble. Like a Hitchens, the boxing move. Yeah, give him trouble. Like it ain't just a one-way street. They just think the pressure just give Hitchens trouble. Nah, Hitchens' boxing ability to give Matias trouble too. But the thing about Matias is he willing to fight whoever. He don't even give a damn. Like if he don't care. Like he feel like you good, he don't care. So I just like the fact that he calling everybody out. Again,
I like that too. I like that too. But look, like you said, Apparel gave him problems because of that right there, right? But they might be a whole list, because you got Anton Russell, right? His brother, Anton, the Russell at 140. Then you got Hitchison, right? Then you got Shakur. If he jumps up, you know what I mean? But Matias ain't gonna, you know what I mean?
Right. They presented that fight to him too at 140, Shakur, with Matias and Antoine Russell.
Because
speak on it.
Because they're boxers though, so they're gonna get, it's gonna be an easy win all day. But I like Matias, man. I just I wish he had a. I think it's too late for him to change, right?
Nah, yeah, I think he is who he is. Still dangerous. He just is who he is. It's like it's either you or me mentality he got. John, delusional Hitchens. How is Hitchens delusional? And Lemos didn't destroy him. Lemos gave him the toughest fight of his career. True indeed, he did. Sometimes that, God gonna test you, you know what I'm saying? He gonna push you, and that was his fight, but he got through it. And he's not ducking Subriel Matias. He just ain't. He was very vocal. He said he didn't like. He said, obviously fighting somebody else that's not as dangerous as him, he would be willing to, deal with the rehydration. But with him, he like that's something different to consider. That's just being transparent. It's like he don't want to be less than 100% of himself in there with a guy that he thinks is dangerous as Matias. I respect that. But now the dope thing is that they both have titles, and the unification would X out the rehydration cost, so they wouldn't even have to worry about it. So you just gotta let it happen. You know what I'm saying? We too quick to label everybody's a duck in boxing, man. You just gotta learn the business, bro. Everybody ain't ducking, and you can't. If you know Richardson Hitchens in his career, you know he ain't the kind of guy that's turning down fights. You will know that. Like, you gotta think he climbed up out the depths of the Mayweather promotions to be world champion. That dude can't afford to turn down fights and not take opportunity. Y'all just be talking, man. Lex, how old are you? Seriously, bro. I be wanting to know because y'all be sounding like y'all gotta be teenagers talking like that. So how you duck all these? How's everybody ducking everybody? Tito Mercado wasn't even never an option for Richardson Hitchens. Subriel, it was an opportunity there for him to fight, I believe, but he didn't want to fight under them. I think that rehydration rule or something like that. The rehydration calls. He want to, so he probably chose to do something else. Hold on, you got background. It's like echoing. Cubano, you have Hitchens, the boobs, 141 is no parts of the best. That's y'all gotta be like kids or something, man. Y'all don't really be having nothing to add to the boxing conversation, just the same shit, the rhetoric. Oh yeah, this one duck this one. Yeah, this. Y'all, I could tell y'all don't know the business of boxing, not even close, because you wouldn't talk like that. PJ's big dog, what it do, homie? Smash that like button, y'all, man. Sub to the channel, But yeah, man, y'all gotta go learn the game a little bit, man. We're gonna cook for a few more minutes before we head out. Yeah, man, y'all just be talking. It just wasn't as confident as much. Yeah, that's when, and he said it though, Reef. He really said it. He said, "Yo, that dude dangerous." Like, the rehydration calls is what was his concern with fighting a guy that he deems as dangerous as Matias. Like, he really do. Some guys be being honest, but we too quick to try to force something that ain't. Like, why would you want to be less than yourself against a guy that's dangerous like that? That's real shit. That's a fighter being transparent, but I guess you want to hear, no, I'll fight him anyway. I don't care how I feel. No, that's not the reality. He was very honest with that. You know what I mean? And now it's water under the bridge because they both have titles, and that shit wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even be a factor. So you gotta see if it happens. That's all. And see if it happens. Tito way better than Lemos. Jesus, yo. That's your opinion, bro. You think that. You feel like that. That's what you think. Styles make fights, man. Styles make fights. What to tell me what Tito do better than Hitchens? And I ain't even saying he don't. I just prove that y'all just be typing shit. You like Tito, so you feel like he's much more dangerous than Lemos. All fights are dangerous, man.
Yeah, I could see that Tito being more dangerous than Lemos to some degree because his technique is better. But I'll say this about the Lemos fight: I think that was a fight that Richardson Hitchens had to go through, and I feel like he's probably better suited to fight a guy like Matias now than he was prior to the Lemos fight. By his own admission, learned that he was a lot sturdier than he even gave himself credit for. He took some good shots in that fight, had to push through fatigue, and still found a way to come out on top. And then it showed in the Paro fight because I was one of the people where I was a little bit uncertain. I'm like, man, I don't know how the hell Africa is going to deal with him because of the physicality. We seen what he did with Montana Love, the way he was able to nullify a lot of what Matias was doing. But to Africa's credit, for the most part, he stood right there in the center of the ring and was firing that damn right hand like a laser, and he didn't bat an eye. He didn't back up nearly as much as he did versus Lemos.
Right.
So that fight was a confidence builder, man. Like he had to go through that fight, and then we just seen the way he did against Kambosos. And I know people say, "Oh, it's Kambosos," but hell, I'm looking at him, irrespective of the opponent, how he's behaving, how he's maneuvering in the ring. He looked very confident.
Hitchens just beat a couple fights ago Parrow, the guy that beat Matias. That's not the same as beating Matias, but y'all gotta stop thinking people are scared. If he's scared of Matias, don't you think he'd be scared of the guy that just beat him too? You get me? We gotta stop doing this. Tito Mercado, I've been interviewed Tito when it wasn't popular to do it because I thought he was a good talented fighter. Still do. You know what I mean? He's improved. Yeah, he's looking dangerous, but he always looked dangerous. He's improving from fight to fight slightly, getting the experience. That's all he need. And he'll be fine. But we just say anybody's ducking anybody with no understanding of the game. You just see a guy think he dangerous now. Hitchens supposed to fight him. Hitchens supposed to fight him. Matias, Tio, everybody. It's like, bro, one fight at a time. That wasn't an option. That hasn't been an option just yet for him. Tito, and think about it. Eddie Hearn promotes them. Pay attention to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn asked Tito, what do we want? And he mentioned Hitchens recently anyway. Tito Mercado did. So I like his energy. I like Tito as a fighter. He's a good young talent. Nothing bad, nothing negative to say at all. He just doing what he's supposed to be doing. He winning and he trying to put his name.
I just don't see anybody being able to beat me. You know, Shakur's a great fighter nonetheless. He's at 135, so I'm waiting for him. But, you know, you got Keyshawn who, you know, supposedly says he's going to move to 140, and you got Richardson. So all those guys, man, are great fighters, competitive fighters, man. But I just don't see him beating me, man. I really don't.
But man, yeah, this nigga's an idiot, man. Boxing the best, you're a fucking idiot, bro. You're a fucking dummy. I'm just gonna tell you flat out. You're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. Fucking idiot. No way did I say because you know, Liam Parrow beat Matias means that, you know, I didn't do it that way. I said he was scared of Matias. And Matias get beat by Liam Parrow. Don't you think he would be scared of Liam Parrow? If you're scared of somebody, you're going to be scared of a guy that just beat the so-called boogeyman, you fucking clown. I'm going to say that and I'm going to mean it. Y'all dudes be talking too much from the chat, just saying anything. No, never did I say just because he beat him, he'll beat him. So do me a favor, man. Eat a dick. Straight like that. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. You know what I mean? That's what you can do. Hey, I'm glad y'all blocked me. I was about to do it myself. Right? These people are idiots, man. Fact of the
I do
matter
have
is,
this one question, though. I got this one question. Why is fear such a bad thing? Like, why is that such a negative thing?
Right.
It's not like I just have that one question. Oh, part of my GPS. I'm out here with doing the Uber Eats thing, but I just had that question. Like, why is fear such a bad thing? And we've seen throughout the annals of boxing history. Think about Michael Spinks.
Weirdos that force it, like, because they really be scared of people. Like, they really be scared of motherfuckers in real life. That's why they push that weak ass shit. Like, yeah, he's ducking this one. He's ducking Tito, and he's ducking Matias, and he's ducking Tito. It ain't even no offers. The fight ain't even been offered or presented to either guy, but he ducking them. Y'all got to get y'all asses on, man. I don't want them type of dumbass boxing fans in my chat. I want real people that love the sport, man. You just love to talk crazy. This probably ain't the channel for you. But I told you I ain't letting nothing slide no more. All disrespect after what I just encountered, letting people play with me, nah, it's over with. It's over. It's over. Y'all all get cooked over there with that foolishness. But yeah, man, back to what we was talking about. Yeah, man, I think fear is I think that just makes you human to a degree. I don't mean you terrified of somebody, but nervous energy, that shit is real when you competing at the highest level with everything on the line. You know what I mean? That's normal. But the fear that they're talking about, and they talking about like really being scared to try your hand against somebody. Like, no, that's pussy shit. That's what y'all are. Y'all suckers. Don't bring that energy to boxing. Like, I ain't saying everybody is, nobody's has been fearful or hesitant. That's cool, but the way y'all push this shit is weird. Now I'm not with it. Like every man is scared. I really believe everybody that talk relentlessly, like, and they refuse to understand the business. These dudes all got chased home. I swear they did. They got chased home. They got beat up as kids. Like they can't fight. I know it. They don't know what it's like to be in any physical confrontations. That's why they get up here and talk like, hey, this dude's scared. This dude's scared. This dude, this. Nah, man. When y'all come through this motherfucker, respect me, man, because I give too much respect. Don't talk nothing crazy. Don't call me a fanboy for making sense, bro. These are grown men. Hitchens, one of the better amateurs coming out, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, he been in amongst fighting the best of the best. He's always been doing that. The fuck he scared of somebody for? Y'all just weird. No, these dudes don't want to lose, and they want to be 100% themselves. That dude was honest as hell when he said that. That dude dangerous, man. I don't want to deal with a rehydration clause having to deal with him. That it obviously made him uncomfortable. But now that they both have titles, that shit don't matter. Or we stay style. He's ducking. I feel like everybody pushing that. Get in the ring and fight. Everybody that push duck narratives on their channel, get in the ring and fight. Show me you got any kind of hands. I guarantee you 98% of these people that push duck shit can't fight. Guarantee you. Oh, he's scared. He's dead. You can't fight. From now on, that's how I'm coming. From now on.
Or maybe they say won't fight.
You get me?
I say this.
Yo,
I respect the people that get in there, even if
you
they
don't want to fight nobody. Here you
Just
go.
come here.
Such your stupid ass up.
Not your stupid ass, son. And that dumb foolishness. BJ, what it do, homie?
Personally,
Shout
I
out
don't
to
think
Defense
fear
Naughty.
is
I'm
the
on their
worst
ass,
thing in the
man.
world, man. I think it's
They
only
weird.
natural to have a little bit of trepidation. We hear some of the best of the best admit to being nervous about fights, man. Like, yo, I seen this dude knocking people out, and there's the possibility I might end up on the montage. It's like,
Hey,
who
you
in their
get me?
right mind? Like, this shit is not a natural thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a natural thing.
Look at the way fighters get done after losing. We to blame for some of this shit. And I don't care. That's the conversation niggas don't want to hear. People to blame for it. We do it. Can't even go out there and lose a couple rounds in a fight without us talking about how he got exposed and how he ain't this or that. He got exposed in the fight you won. It's like weird, man. Like, yeah, I'm forever on y'all ass with that weird ass shit. And y'all can't fight. I'm telling you, y'all can't fight. All y'all that push duck narratives, you can't fight. When I hear that next time, yeah, he's ducking this one and that one. Learn the business, man. These fights don't even be presented to either guy, and we talking about who ducking. Just because you've seen a couple of the dude recent fights and he looked like he got knockout power. The reason why Hitchens going to outlast some of these guys with power because he's truly skillful. At the core of everything, this shit is called boxing. The sweet science, that's what he does, and he does it at the highest level. You ain't got to like this shit. You don't got to enjoy it. That kid can flat out go. Flat out go. And I'm telling you, I think he can beat Matias because of the things he do well. Boxing, staying disciplined. Get what I'm saying? Not being a bad. I'm telling. I see a scenario where he beat him more than one. I don't think it's no open and shut case. Matias just getting there and beat Hitchens. But what they both do with him, Hitchens being a pure boxer, that's shit that Matias do things well that Matias is not gonna like. And Matias bring that pressure. Yeah, Lemos brought a pressure. I feel like Matias bring a different kind of pressure, and he punching everywhere. So yeah, he's dangerous. They both bring things to each other that's going to present a level of difficulty, a challenge. But that's why you want to see them fights. But if I had to make my pick, I'm gonna pick the more skillful guy in Hitchens, and I'm gonna say he's gonna find a way to deal with that pressure. Telling you, I think he can, and that experience
It
matters.
can happen either way. It can happen either way. But yes, 2 cents. I thought I was saying something along those lines. I heard this quote a long time ago. Right? Superman isn't brave. And you know why Superman isn't brave? Because Superman is indestructible. And if we see over the course of boxing history, there's no man that is beyond reproach. No man is indestructible. Once upon a time, the closest thing to Superman we saw was Roy Jones, and we seen him get his ass knocked out by Antonio Tarver. So some of these guys, I wouldn't be mad at any of these guys if they came out and said, man, I'm nervous about that guy, or I'm a little bit afraid. I'm dealing with some trepidation. It's only natural. It's only natural. The reason why we commend these guys is not because they're fearless. It's because despite whatever fear or nerves they may have, they get in there and they do that shit anyway. That's what makes these guys special. In my eyes, at least. I don't believe all of these guys are just running around fearless. We hear stories about like Michael Spinks in the locker room, scared to
Larry
death
Mercer,
when Mike Tyson was
Dr.
punching on
Manuel
the wall.
Stewart. Shit, it's a damn man. What's the fight that never happened way back in the day because they signed the promotion signed the guy so they wouldn't fight. I had to hit my guy. I can't think of the fight that never happened, but that was considered like that's ducking, right? But people don't get it. It's not about fear, man. People, a lot of this should be business, and people. If I'm putting my fighter in a fight that he got more, you know, a 70-30, 60-40 chance of losing, that's not necessarily me putting him in the best position. And I think people need to always remember that. Part of the job is to put your guy in the best position possible in a fight that he can win. Get what I'm saying? That's how these guys move, man. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's money attached to it where you can't say no and it don't matter. You get what I'm saying? But other than that, guys is doing business and they trying to secure the biggest bag. And could you blame them? Shit, that's lifetime damage you taking in there. If I see somebody like a turkey ass shit that's offering that money, all I gotta do is fight somebody for it. Hey, let's sign me up, G. Sign me up and let's get that bag. Corral Senior versus Floyd Senior. I'm telling you, everybody ducking. I just hate that shit. It's ignorance, man. Everything gotta be a argument, man. Look, if you think these fighters be scared, just say that. You say it, but I ain't about to push that weird ass shit. Because I'm telling you, and I really mean this, for the money that some of these dudes, some of the purses that have been reported for some of these fights, I will get right in there and fight these dudes. I'll go take a shot at Usyk for the money that they say he just made. You know what I mean? The money Daniel Dubois just made, bro. I'll go in there with Usyk, and I ain't got a shot in hell. I'm getting in there. You know what I'm saying? For that bread, hey man, keep them ambulams on standby, and let's go. I mean, I'm getting my money. I'm going to get that. Fans try to protect their artists from taking their top fights, but that's the thing. No, because the fans don't have no control over what fights get made. The butcher, like now, some fans
At all.
Yeah, you get me. Some fans are hesitant or don't really want to see the guy in there with the fighters that they think can beat him or her. But nah, it's the powers that be. It's people like Greg Hackett said. Sometimes guys don't be trying to put their dog in there with that guy right now. It's not about being scared, but yeah, I might wait till you get a couple more fights in and wait till you lose. It's just what it is. People don't want to acknowledge it, but that's why you see people offer fights at strange, like for example, man, you just had Ammo Williams. People look at him pretty good fighter, despite the loss to Shiraz, still dangerous. He just offered Marcus Taylor a fight at with 4 days notice. Why do you think that is? Instead of giving a man a training camp. You see what I'm saying? Because it's always about that edge. You're trying to get that one up. That's what boxing is. That's why sometimes certain fights ain't gonna get made to somebody on either side feel like it's an advantage and it's money to make. Then you'll see it. Like it is what it is. People don't want to say it, but it is. Not about being scared, but people be trying to put themselves in a position where they really feel like that guy's gonna win. And sometimes the guys don't show enough wear and tear, enough weakness. And then those fights will get avoided or ignored for a while until they see something. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to say it with a certain fight that was about to happen that didn't happen, but I don't even feel like kicking the hornet's nest. So I'm going to just leave that one. I don't feel like arguing that. Shout out to Pound for Pound. Appreciate you, fam. So you think this is why TKO's starting their own? Boxers don't want to smoke? Nah, but they want top money? Nah, because I think that notion really didn't exist until Turkey came around with people saying that. I think guys always wanted top money. And I think guys have been getting paid top dollar for opposition that don't quite match the price point. So, like, what did they pay? Who was it? Was it Amir Khan or Billy Did? One of them got paid some bread for a fight, and you like millions. And I'm like, yeah. So it come down to your team, bro. Like, that's one thing I want to say. Don't let nobody fool you into thinking that, oh, everybody's asking for too much money. Nah, it's all about your team. Case in point, bro, Cambosa's got a hell of a team. Hell of a team. He took one really big win and ran with it. Still actively to this day, he probably could get a fight with somebody because of the name and that went over Tszyu. Get me just having a good team, constantly facilitate opportunities for him, getting them fights, getting them paid. Edgar Berlanga, right? People don't think too highly of him, but did you hear Richardson Hitchens talking about how much money he said he was getting paid? This dude's got, and then he went and got with the same management. You see what I'm saying? So it's really about your team. That pay shit. It's about you for sure, but your team too. Your team matters for sure. You know what I mean? They matter. TKO only exists because fighters are not forced to fight. The next guy up is clearly lane for that. Yeah, man. Shout out to Bond Ass. Yeah, TKO serve a purpose, man. But I don't think it's guys not wanting to fight and wanting top money. Anyone spoke with the new vehicles? Pontiac ducked the modern automobile industry. I'm telling you, bro. Ghetto Fab, what it do, man? That's how it be, bro. It's like if the only conversation you want to have is duck talk, man, that's some surface level ass shit, man. You don't got no information, no nothing. We became so comfortable saying, yeah, he's ducking, he's scared. Yeah, you don't want to fight. Now, dudes don't want to get embarrassed. Dudes don't want to lose and be put in meme land, but they damn sure don't want to be underpaid for taking the biggest risk in their career either. So let that marinate, you know. But man, last thing I was gonna bring up, man. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try to see if I can come back, make it back later. What time is it? Almost 1:30. I seen this with Devin Haney and Shawn Porter been going back and forth with each other, but they both snack athletes for real. And I got a little interesting conversation that we could have about Devin Haney. That's why I say Bill Haney need to start picking the battles more wisely, because you pushing a lot of, like, I don't know, nervous energy with the steroid PED shit, with the vital testing talk. But then you got your son working with the guy that got a lifetime ban from boxing. Literally, he's working with. I'm not talking about Victor. I'm not even talking about Victor. That's the crazy part. You got the other old head that, you know what I mean? You got the old head, this guy, you know what I mean? Remy. You know what I mean? You out there, see, and I'm not saying nothing, but that just opens the door for people to look a little closely into what you doing. And he should have picked his battle a little bit smarter with that one, because you working with people that are connected to some bogus shit. And it's like, you can't be the one pointing the finger, man. It's like, you know what I mean? Glass house, you live in a glass house, G. Palm Pilot, Duck Blackberry, I'm telling you. Palm Pilot is a bun. That's how they be sounding with the fights. You know? It's like most people that push that, they don't really like boxing. You know what I'm saying? They don't really like boxing for real. Period Blood Sports TV. Wow. Period Blood Sports TV. Said the Haney Glazer's real out here. Yeah, you probably, 15, 16. Nah, you just it's popular to disrespect and trash Haney online. I see that's what y'all do. That's never my thing. I actually support the kid. It ain't that deep to me. It's just sports. And if I don't like Haney, I just don't watch him. I watch him. I don't have an issue with him. Want to see him get back. Can't wait to see the fight November 22nd. But that Haney Glazer shit is weird. That just tell me I'm doing the right thing, because 1 minute you'll be a Haney Glazer, a Haney fanboy channel. Then you're going to be a Shakur channel. One day a Tank channel. Different days going to be Boots. It's like whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. But again, man, shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking out, man. I'm going to try to spin the block. Shout out to my brother Ant McQueen, always coming up to rock out with me, man. No, we're going to try to come back to have another conversation. For sure. Said Nike cherry picked up his whole career. I'm telling you. Shout out to the mighty LDBC too, man. Shout out to them guys, them boys, man. Do y'all thing. We don't push channel hate over here, B. We don't push channel hate. You don't like them, go tell them about it. I ain't got an issue with what they doing. You know? Because I'm going to do me. You dig? So shout out to all the content creators that's out here building on this boxing, you know, giving it is just doing. Let me play this last clip what Keith Thurman
Just
talking
thinks
about.
he's the
Tszyu.
shit. You know, he believed that boxing in the real world outside of Australia, the world of boxing, the plethora of talent and skills and opposition is just something that he was going to fly over here and handle like myself. You take me over to the Gold Coast, I will end Tszyu's career. If that's what y'all want to see, pay me and I'll do it. I'll get rid of Tszyu.
We're gonna talk about that later too, man. I'm gonna run it back because I'm gonna have a nice conversation around that. He said to thank Tszyu, think he was the shit, and he got caught up. I just think it's his style. I think his team mismanaged a couple situations, threw him in some back-to-back tough fights. He took some losses, and that shit changed him. And I think now he got to pick up the pieces, hit the drawing board, and figure out what makes sense moving forward, because that kind of style, like he mentioned the words crash and burn, shit is very risky to have that kind of style where you just all balls to the wall and, you know, your defense is not a priority to you. I feel like it's hard to have longevity in boxing with that mentality. Yeah, you'll get somewhere, but it'll be hard to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, shout out to everybody rocking out, man. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, man. Sub to the channel. Support the Bills, and we're going to try to pull back up later. LA Gears, but wait, bullies. Yeah, I'm telling you, you get me, Kyle. It's crazy. Much love. I appreciate all the support. Everybody rocked out with me this morning to the afternoon. Appreciate y'all, man. And y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, turn on notifications on, support the build, and we're going to pull back up later, man. So enjoy the rest of this good Thursday, and I'll see y'all later. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see him jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, his channel blowing up now, it's not a secret, with tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdueboxing shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.